Nuovarden is a dimension of wide-open mystery and infinite discovery created by our very own DungeonMisterTy and published by Adventure Slang Productions. You can learn all about this dynamic game system and wondrous setting at adventureslang.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name's Dave, your host for the finale of our Nuovarden campaign. I can't believe that we made it this far and that we're actually here. This is amazing. I want to give a big shout out to Ty for bringing this game to Guild Superior and running this for this awesome group of players. It has been just a blast having some old friends and new faces on the stream. So thank you all. You'll get a chance to introduce yourself in a minute. I want to quickly just say that before I turn it over to Ty to get us started, that we do have a giveaway tonight. We are giving away a digital copy of the Nuovarden core rule set. All you have to do to get in on that action is to type !drawing, and at the end of tonight's game, we will draw a winner. I should also mention that if you hop on over to Adventure Slang Productions, adventureslang.com, I should say, that you can sign up for their email list. And as a reward for joining the email list, you will be given some loot, some free VTT tokens and an art pack that will help you with your online Nuovarden gameplay. So big shout out to Adventure Slang Ty and his crew for the donations and making this all happen. So thank you very much. I should mention that this is the first of 3 finales, actually. So we're kicking it off with Nuovarden, but tomorrow night we have a Shadesong finale for our first Shadesong arc. And then Sunday we have our first Vaesen arc finale of the year. So a big week of finales, and I'm excited that we're kicking it off with Ty. So Ty, I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend. Again, thank you so much. I'm really excited to see how this all turns out. Let's do it.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be the first finale of the week and to wrap this up with this amazing cast and all of you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Man, it's been a little bit of a break, and so we'll need to do a quick recap. But I think what we could do, if my players would please, as I call your name, just tell the audience who you are and who you're playing to remind them who's in the story tonight. Lamar, would you please kick us off?
Hello, everybody. My name is Lamar the Cow Guy, and I'm playing Tosh, who is your lovable little blue guy who's trying to find meaning in nothing. It also was hit in the face by someone that they loved and trusted.
This happens. Yeah, that's right. Can you tell us your disciplines? Because you have 2 now.
Tosh has mystery and then silence. Ooh. Like the tears falling from his face from getting punched in it.
Oh no, betrayal.
Little purple bruises on your blue skin. Oh, thank you, Tosh. Ashley.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I am playing for you tonight Ode, the rock-like lead-eye who can do magical things and is a little questionable on the morals.
What are your disciplines?
I am elemental and mind.
Elemental and mental.
That's right.
And you are a stone base lean eye, if I recall.
Correct. I kind of look like a geode with larger like volcanic rock hands and feet, and then smooth rock inside that's kind of lined with amethyst crystals. So like hence some of the glittery bits here to represent the veins of crystal running through my character.
Fabulous. So fabulous. Thank you so much. Utahime.
Hello, I had to make sure I unmuted myself. Hello, everybody. I'm Utahime. You can find me on social media at UTAHIME. Cosplay everywhere, pretty much, except for on Twitter at Brianna DeCoster. I am playing Ela Nelnick, who is your resident Landplak, whose disciplines are body and tech. now. She does have her grandmother's great grandmother's bow. She's trying to uphold her legacy. However, a part of that legacy was not beating the crap out of Tosh. I promised that it was just to take the demon that was the Starnum out of his system. Sometimes you just have to do a little like jolt to the system, but it sort of works. A little bit. It did sort of. I feel like it loosened up. You know, like when you open up a jar, you try to loosen it, and then the next person is able to like open it easily. Like I feel like I did that. Heart. I feel like that was Ela. She just, you know, so she's gonna probably be trying to heal Tosh emotionally for this episode, and then hopefully we'll figure out if Ela has to beat up another one of her friends. I don't know.
Whole episode of just talking someone down.
Don't do it.
So better.
Ela whipping ass.
And Dave.
Hey everybody, my name is Dave, Dungeon Dave, DM Dave. I play games, produce games, run games here on Guild Superior with my friends, and tonight I'm joined by this awesome group of people. I'm so lucky to be able to play games with people from all over the country, the world. This is amazing. So thanks to all of you for helping make it a reality. And I am playing a Wotan, which is a very strange culture in this world that Ty created in his brain that is a bioform, but made of stone and bronze and wood, and is about 6.5 feet tall, 7 feet tall, has 3 legs, is, I don't know, obsessed with a singular purpose to create and help build a tower, then to see it destroyed and built again, destroyed and built again and destroyed. It's a very strange and really fun character to play. So I appreciate your devious and troublesome mind. Thank you.
Feel like you're not in the rest of my dreams. What are your disciplines?
My disciplines, I started out with technology, and then I also picked up lore.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And thank you very much for that introduction, for your introductions, players. My name is Ty. I am DungeonMisterTy. I am the Seer tonight. The Seer is our game master for this game. Let's recap the story a little bit and remind ourselves where we left off. So, by hook, crook, and manifestation, the party had gotten into the governor's mansion and started doing some research, trying to find evidence on the governor's well-being, to try to put pieces together that they had been forming about whether or not the governor was still alive. Perhaps the Starnum were involved. The Starnum have a faction amongst their culture called the Disciplined, and the Disciplined will use any means possible to restore favor to the Starnum and power to the Starnum, exclusive to any other culture. So they can be rascally, they can be outright bad guys. And in this case, the suspicions seem gradually to become more and more evident that they are in fact true. Ela's cousin, Gudla, decided to head to the next village over to try to get some resources, some allies to come and help take the city by force if they needed to, while the party tried to gather more evidence about the governor's situation. The group made their way into what they believe is Daramia Lonk, the governor's nurse's quarters, where they were confronted by guards and in a natural form Starnum. They engaged in battle, and that was quite an event as they fought off the guards and the Starnum, and ended up getting half the guards and the Starnum pushed into a interdimensional gate, and then closed the gate so that they could separate that threat from themselves. Ode managed to also encase for a moment 2 of the guards in a whirlwind, keeping them in place as captives. And frankly, that's where we're at. It is the finale, and we are excited. Let's hit it. Group, if you will please look at your map.
Oh, geez.
Identify yourselves there in the room. And Ode, you have a few seconds left on this whirlwind if you want to try to maintain it, or you all could let it fall and decide some other approach to dealing with these two guards. What would you like to do, group?
I think I'll maintain it while we are thinking about what to do. So why not? If it
All right.
works, it works.
Go ahead and make a roll on that.
I am going to use primacy to bump that up to a success. So I rolled a 3 and a 2, so then I'll bump the 3 to a 4.
You got it. Okay, so you extend it for another several seconds and turn to the party.
Yeah, so what are we gonna do with these guys? You just see them. What?
How long can you maintain this, Ode?
I don't know. You wanna find out?
Yes.
I mean, we could, but then my concern is that they're not going to tell the truth if we try to get them to reveal what they know. The truth
Yes.
behind everything.
We need the proof.
Well, I mean, I could, like, read their minds.
But then there's no way for the public to know that it's not just you making up things. We need solid evidence, so then that way we're not the ones who end up looking like the bad guys.
That's true, but what about like our original plan of like finding stuff in the, you know, like the personal nurse's room? Like, where do you think that room is? Looks around.
There's only one way to find out, and so Hila's going to search. She's going to head towards the other dresser or the closet, because, you know, she's had the best luck, you know, doing that, opening dresser drawers.
So
and
good at that.
So good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go back to my friend, the wardrobe.
I think first
Whatever that
foundation will
is.
help too. Like just searching the room, seeing if we can find anything useful.
Okay, so Ela, you wanted to go to the bureau? There's a desk as well. So look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first to because right now there's still this whole thing going on. So the desk is kind of over in that direction. So I think Ela's trying to go around that to get over to that dresser or whatever that is.
Okay, so Ela's going to the bureau.
Bureau. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just so I don't confuse myself on my terms. And so Ela's going there. First foundation, what did you say you're going to do?
I'll go to the desk.
Okay. Ode?
I'm just working on maintaining this whirlwind thing, you know.
Okay.
And just kind of standing there. I wonder what happens if one of them vomits. Like, does it stay in there with them?
Oh, I don't want to find out. I don't want to find that out.
God, I hope so.
Should have brought an umbrella.
And
You can
Tosh,
manifest it.
what
I
do you
could.
want to be doing?
Tosh is gonna peek out. That's a door, right?
Oh, sorry, I'm not looking at the map.
At the top of the room, or is that just an entryway?
Up behind you?
So north of the room we are?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that's the door you came in through to get in this room in the first place when you left the governor's room.
Tosh wants to peek out the door just to make sure that they are alone now.
Okay, so you'll keep an eye out on that. Very good. Okay, let's go then to Ela first.
Okay.
And you go over to the bureau. It is a standard sort of, it doesn't look like it has, well, it has maybe a lock on it, probably would. So you probably need to check that.
Okay.
Why not? Or do you just want to try to open it?
I'm gonna attempt to open it first and
Okay.
then proceed accordingly.
Sure. It opens. It does not have any, it doesn't resist. The lock doesn't seem to be tripped. And when you do open it, you see a number of vials. Some of them have stuff in them and some of them are empty. These are glass, also some stone containers, small stone containers. There are a number of these vials that are, is the D4 not the hardest die to pick up?
It is.
7 vials that have various liquids in them, and you're guessing these are medicines.
Okay.
In addition, there's a scale and a pestle and mortar. So it looks like,
Mhm.
for lack of a better term, it's kind of a medicine cabinet.
Okay.
They're-
Am I able to determine what, like, are they labeled at all, or it says what they are?
They have some markings on them that are not immediate. They're not written out, but let's go ahead and give me a called roll lore.
Okay. Ew, that was not good. Can I use 2 of my dice for my dice cache in order to try to re-roll that?
Sure.
Oh, there we go. That's the 4.
Okay. All right. We're using 2
I had a
primacy.
1
is that what-
originally. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So as you look at them and you're like looking at the markings, estimating what medicines there might be, it looks like there's about an even mix of healing and recovery type medicines. So say some of them that just heal injury, and some of them that restore things like primacy and remove status effects like fatigue.
Ooh, okay.
Sort of a foundational medicinal.
Okay, but
you know.
it looks pretty basic as far as what's in here as far as a kit.
Yes, it all looks practical medicine. There's some bandages, splints, practical kind of medical stuff.
Okay.
So I assume you're going to take those 7 vials.
I think Ela would peek out. Would it be bad for us to take these because I feel like we're in need of them? And she looks around the room at everyone who has any type of injuries or whatever else that's lacking right now.
And if we don't use them, we can give them to your cousin.
That's true. It's for a good cause. Here, and she's going to distribute them out to everyone to make sure that everyone is nice and healthy.
So there are 7 of them. We'll say 3 of them heal 1d4
Okay.
injury. 2 of them restore 1d4 primacy, and 1 of them restores the imbiber from a negative status effect.
Okay. Yeah,
I'd like to take I'd like to take the damage or the IS healing. Possible. I'd like to drink that right away.
Same here. And then I'm going to give the ones that deal with primacy to our primacy users the most, which is probably Ode and Tosh.
Okay.
I'll give it to Tosh. I'll just, I'm doing okay. You look real rough, buddy.
For some reason, other than my psychological damage, I actually feel pretty good. As if, like, I could do anything I was able to do before we ended up
but what about
messing up?
You're bruised and beaten, because obviously I didn't do that because I dislike you. I care about you, Tosh. That was to help you and to get that thing out of you, and I don't have the same abilities as you guys, so I'm there. And she's gonna pass one of them for
Tosh,
health.
like, meekly reaches out and grabs one.
Actually, do you need this one too? She's like she doesn't know how much health she's
Here, take 2. They're small.
Tosh would take both. Just hold them in his hands. Well, thank you.
All right. Either mark your inventory or roll for your healing. And
roll for my healing. What's one of them do?
1d4. Not going to ask.
1. Oh no.
Meanwhile,
Worth it.
First Foundation, you're at the desk.
Yes.
So please give me a called roll lore.
Okay. No, I rolled a 1.
Well, it's called roll, so you can roll 2.
Oh, okay. Let me roll the other one. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
You want to spend some of that primacy to re-roll one of those?
Yes, I will. I'll spend 2 primacy to re-roll. I get to re-roll one of them.
One of them, yes. Or you can spend
Okay.
4 primacy and reroll both.
I'll spend 4
And-
primacy.
Yeah, remember if you have a fortune's favor, that's something.
I don't have any of those, but we also, because we are evolution 4, we have primacy recovery, correct?
Yep.
And that's
Once per day, you can restore from wherever you're at to your max.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll both of them for 4 primacy. 4 and a 3.
There you go. Okay. So you you pump some extra manifesting will into this examination, and as you go through the desk, you start to sort through notes, medical notes. There's charts, there's written notes. They all appear to relate. Most of them appear to relate to the governor, and you find details of the day and the time of death of Darum Yalonk, the governor, several weeks ago, as well as notes regarding the efforts of the disciplined to establish a fortified center in Oxaloacal for the purpose of continuing the efforts to, quote, find the pathway through the void to return the Starnum home.
Holy cats. We found it. Look, and I'll hold up the documents. I have the documents.
That's enough. That's all we need, right? This should be enough to convince everyone.
Agreed. As long
I
as
mean,
we...
everybody who wants to be convinced.
True. Most importantly, your cousin and their supporters. But none of this matters if we are unable to get the hell out of here.
So we should just run, right? Just grab that and then get out of here. Find your cousin.
Yeah, I think we need to go like immediately before more of those guys show up out of nowhere.
What are we going to do with them?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That takes us to Ode. Ode, you have command of this whirlwind, and you said something about perhaps reading their minds, but in any case, they've been caught in this thing now for a good couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's like getting stuck in a ride on the funhouse, or like at the amusement park.
Yep. What would you like to do?
Well, what level are we on in this building?
Still the first, as far as you know. You haven't gone up or down.
Okay. I would like to try to manifest a hole under where they are, to just drop them. The basement, wherever that might
Tosh approves of this method.
So you can manifest a hole 12 to 24 feet deep, depending on how powerful this manifestation is.
Oh, I just want to go through the floorboards so they fall the next.
And you next level.
Yeah.
12 feet. If they have 12-foot thick floors, it's probably overkill. So you probably just need to have a standard success.
Okay.
Go for it. Are you going to use 1 or 2 dice?
2, because why not? Ooh, I rolled 2 2s. So I am going to try to re-roll one of those.
Okay. All right. So you spend the extra primacy.
Yep, 2 primacy to re-roll that. Nope, that was a 1.
Oh, so you have a 2 and a 1.
2 and a 1.
Anybody want to assist on this?
Tosh is a big fan of holes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do it,
All right.
Tosh.
Now I roll assist, right?
You just roll single assist roll. Yes.
Yep.
No primacy.
4.
Hey. Okay.
Hey! That's what
All
we
right.
want to hear.
Oh, just when you think it's gonna all go wrong, Tosh goes, "Why don't you just do it this way?" And then it goes, and the hole opens up, and you can feel like a rush of cold air come up from underneath, as clearly there is some level below. And you can even see in there, and you perceive a low glow. There's a natural light emanating, and the chamber below appears to be natural, not man-made.
Oh, how nice for them. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. So so that means that they'll be still caught in the whirlwind until you just let it drop on its own, right?
I thought it would automatically have ended when I cast something else instead of keeping
No.
that going
Nope.
during the turn.
Nope,
Okay.
a manifestation sticks around unless you either end it prematurely as an action, which you need to die for, or it just goes until its natural duration.
Okay. Well, then we'll just maybe leave both of those up, and then hopefully the whirlwind will end and they'll just get dropped through the floor.
It for sure will end because you're not aware of any manifesting event having happened in this particular
Not
5
yet.
minute span.
You have spun them right round. Oh, right round. Like a record player.
And there's
Right round.
groans coming out of there now. Yeah, as they are right round spinning. So, okay. And then that takes us to Tosh. Would you like to do anything in particular, or are you ready to leave?
Does Tosh see anything in these other rooms?
The room that you were watching, you've already been in.
Mm-hmm.
So was there a different room you were thinking, or in this room that you're in?
No, Tosh is just gonna kind of keep a lookout. If he doesn't see anything, he just wants to make sure there's no one in these rooms, so when we leave, we can leave cleanly.
Okay. So you go back and look behind the curtain into the governor's reception area then.
Hi.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll go ahead and reveal that, but there is no one in there.
Good.
Do it like this. At least as far as you know, not around that corner.
Good. Oh, there's another door in the main room. Tosh will go back to his friends and goes, "There's no one outside. We should be able to leave pretty easily. The question will be, should we leave without more detection, or does it matter at this point?"
I think we should get out of here as fast as possible.
Agreed.
Ela,
Okay.
I think you should hold on to these documents. It is important that whatever happens, you get them to your cousin.
Okay, I'll protect them with my life. And then she's going to take the documents, and then she's going to make sure that she puts them safely within her bag at her side.
Okay.
Ela, if something happens as we're trying to leave, it is important for you to make sure these get out, no matter what.
I mean, that would possibly mean leaving you all behind.
We've
None of us
broken
can
out of
tell
jail
the
before.
future.
Well, we didn't break out. They let us out. But we were in jail before, so we're used to it.
All right, it's as long as we have that agreement that it's for the greater good, at least for the time being. I can always come back to you guys once I get the word out.
Of course.
There's a sudden cessation, swoosh, of that whirlwind as it stops spinning, and the two figures fall through the hole, and you hear there's a bit of a thunk crunch as they fall through the floor to the layer below. Now there is a hole in the ground.
Perfect.
Digging up those holes.
Kind of right in front of the door, inconveniently, but there it is. So what do you do?
Can we get around the hole to get out that door?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can squeeze past there.
Hey, Ty.
Yes.
The wall to the east, does that wall lead to outside?
You don't know. You haven't been through that door.
There's a door, is there a wall?
Right. You're talking about the bottom there?
Nope, I'm talking about east.
Oh, Oh, east, if you're thinking, okay, I've got it oriented differently in my mind. Over here, you have been, actually that door's not even closed because that's another door that First Foundation and Ode came in, and the other guards had come in that door as well. It never got closed. So out, you can see out in this hallway, and you've been out. You can see that it is open and that it does lead into the hall.
Where I'm standing, that wall. Does that wall face out?
Sorry. No, that is a solid wall. There is a hearth here. And but there's no exit there. I don't know why it's so tiny. They're so scrunched in there.
Tosh would like to put a hole through the wall by
Yes, Tosh. What is your means for putting a hole in a wall?
I can do so many things.
Putting holes in walls is probably not one of them.
Not easily.
Yeah.
Not easily. You know what? Gravity crush. Walls aren't good with gravity. I'm just going to attack the wall.
Okay. All right. Go ahead then. Go ahead and give it a whirl.
I'm going to do a full 2 dice, see what happens. One of them is a success.
Okay. So you start to crush that wall, and some of the wood buckles and pops. Roll damage on that.
That's 1d4. 3.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
You managed to, through gravity crush, pop boards out, and they fall away, revealing stone behind them.
Oh.
And not enough damage to the stone to actually penetrate into it. But it does appear that it is outside construction material.
We can't leave this way.
Or can we?
Challenge
Well,
accepted.
Hila's eyes just grow bigger because she's really concerned now.
the chaos children commence.
Yes, high five. Yeah. All right. Can I make a hole in the wall?
You can sure try. Go ahead. Go ahead and make a called roll element. So what is your goal? You're trying to do you want to actually change the stone to something else?
Escape hole.
So you're wanting to displace the stone.
Sure.
Okay. All right, that's an area effect, so you can do up to a 12-foot area, which is plenty big.
All right. I rolled a 3 and a 2, and I'm going to bump one up to 4 with primacy.
All right, so so you start, the stones grind and more wood pops and debris falls from the ceiling. Chunks of it fall down, and you separate the stones, revealing the yard out behind the mansion, which is inside the palisade. You recall there's a yard that goes around the palisade. However, it's plenty wide enough for everyone to slip through if you wish to do so.
Go, 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 go.
All right. Okay, so you all end up out in the courtyard. It is still daytime.
Hopefully it was a big enough hole because Hila's a big girl, so...
It's 12 feet plus. I mean, it's 12 feet. It can be 12 feet high, 12 feet wide, etc. So it's quite, even if you had to duck your head a little bit, you'll be all right. Let's see. The best I have to show you is this for the map. And you get outside now. There's not a lot of activity in the yard on this side, but you are, again, still inside the palisade. And you can see that there are guards up on the palisade wall, but it looks like they're all on what would be the west side, looking out into the field where the Wotan had all set up. It looks like the attention is drawn over there. You don't see any, in fact, on the other side, on the east side of the wall, nor on the north. They've all moved to that side. So something's going on over there. What do you wish to do now that you're outside and in the yard?
Look casual.
Okay. And then Ela is going to be doing a very uncomfortable smile and like nodding as they pass people.
Wonderful construction.
Which side are you going toward? Because again, you're behind the palisade, and those of you who used the front door went in on the other side. You have not been on this side of the yard at all.
Is it obvious to where our orientation, where the front gate would be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just by general layout, you realize, okay, the building that you went into is behind you, so the entrance is going to be on the other side, right? Because there's no building in front of you. It's just yard out to the back fence, which is along. It sort of butts up against the river, so the river runs straight through the city. But whatever's beyond it, how much land is beyond it, you don't know because you haven't been out there. But you're basically facing the river of the town, and you've been across the bridge, so you know that that's north. The entrance to the building and the other is on the other side, and then the main gate is going to be on that side as well, back across the yard towards the street.
Be ready for resistance.
Can I do an illusion to make Tosh look like another Lenai, like a blue Lenai, with my mind powers? So it looks like we've got a Wotan with 2 Lenai and a Landflack person here.
So because it's a mind thing, it would be, that's interesting. As a manifestation, it would be on the minds of the observer rather than on the figure. Yeah. Now you could do something similar with a disguise if you had the means for disguise.
As Ode is thinking about that, Tosh's anxiety kicks on, and they cast invisibility.
Okay.
They summon
manifest
invisibility. Invisibility.
Let's see how well.
How much primacy is there to reroll?
2 primacy for 1 die and 4 for both.
I'ma do 2. And that is a 1.
So you got a 1 and
a 2.
Oh dear. Okay.
Still freaking out because of trauma.
Are you going to spend primacy to bump that to recovery, or do you want to risk the reprisal?
Can I do that after I already...
Oh, you cannot. Nope, you're right.
That's
you
what I
apply
thought.
primacy once. Yep.
Can I help him?
Yes, you can assist.
Okay.
Please assist.
I'll try. I don't know. I haven't been rolling really good tonight. It was a 1.
Oh, bummer. Well, here's what it does do. What the 1 does is it matches with Tosh's 1 for double 1s, which means you do not suffer reprisal.
That's good.
So so it helped a little bit. And you're like, and you're almost like, I'm trying to read your mind, and it just didn't quite pan out. But
if I see Tosh hyperventilating, can I manifest a paper bag and then just hand it to him and like breathe into this?
Wait, first foundation. What's that? The device where Tosh was riding upon last time.
Oh yes.
Maybe I should wear that. That is, if Tosh allows me to. I don't know. And then she looks kind of like not sure because of the fact that now their history is tainted. You can just ride on the back. Obviously, my hands are forward, not back.
Do you actually give it back to Tosh?
A parchment bag?
Yeah.
try and manifest it. Let's see if you hyperventilate.
Oh no! Oh no!
We all die because we're just trying.
I'm gonna spend primacy to re-roll.
Do
Oh my
it.
gosh, no!
Do it.
Yep. I'm gonna re-roll both of them.
Oh,
Oh, so much primacy.
Don't forget you have your tool.
I got. Oh, that's right. I have the master tool.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I've rolled a 4 already on my reroll.
Okay.
I'm down to 2 primacy points though.
You haven't recovered yet, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you manifest a breathing device to capture the breath of your companion and put it over Tasha's mouth. Tasha, you take it, you breathe into it. Ela, are you putting on the saddle, shoulder harness thing?
The baby
Yeah.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
Hey, baby,
Baby
For
Tosh.
uppies? For uppies?
I would like to say that this is the first character I've had that's in a baby Bjorn.
Maybe not the last.
Not yet. You can't say that yet.
That's the thing now.
How big is the back? Like, could Tosh put their head in it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
pretty
Yes.
big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Tosh just puts their whole head in it. It just goes.
Wait,
I'm okay.
wait. Stand still for a minute, and First Foundation is gonna lick his thumb, put it down in the dirt, and then go. Boop, boop. He's got a little dirt smiley face. You look great.
Look like a Saints fan from the 80s.
We totally blend in now.
Yes. And Tosh will begrudgingly, like, gently hop into the baby Bjorn.
Uppies.
Okay.
Just kind of like
Oh.
full melt. It's been a rough couple of hours for Tosh. Tosh seen a whole different dimension. They messed up the party. Everyone's been screaming and fighting and got punched by Ela. It's been a rough hour. It's been a really rough hour for little Tosh.
So then what? Are you leaving now, or are you? What?
Well,
are you-
now we're heading
Yep.
heading around.
Okay. As you make your way around the building and towards the front gate, you pick up the sounds of voices, excited conversation. The gate is open. There are groups of people spilled in through the gate. None of them are Wotan. They look like, based on your interactions with Cregan and your bird friend. What was his name? I can't remember
His name
Oh,
is
gosh.
Barrow. Barrow.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Barrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Carol!
There is several of those folks. You can tell by the coloration of their gowns and the way they wear those large sagging collars, sort of a teacher's collar or a monk's collar. They are spilled out, and there are guards also intermixed with them that are kind of
Ooh,
listless or
I want to do something.
okay.
As we are approaching, like carefully or like slowly, I want to enhance body to enhance my hearing.
Okay.
So then I can hear conversations and what's being said.
Go
So
ahead
I want
and
to amplify it.
give that a roll. Yeah.
Okay. I want to try to roll again.
Okay. Don't want to give yourself an earache.
Yeah, I want to try to roll again. And that's if I'm trying to roll one, that's just one primacy, or that's still two.
2 to re-roll. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. I had already regained my primacy.
You did your recovery already. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That one did do it. That one
Okay.
did do it.
All right. So suddenly the murmur becomes much louder, and you start to pick out pieces that are going on. And there's some of there seems to be like a couple of guards standing over there, and they're just like, it's the weirdest thing. They sounded the alarm, and then Nimstrasala came in, and they started like throwing people around, and and then no one's like, yeah, I knew something was up as soon as that stone shaper left a few hours ago, all of a sudden, because we were told that they were going to be in a meeting all afternoon. And so those sorts of conversations are going on. And then there's, in the larger mix amongst that group of swee hens, the poison swee hens, there are voices like, make sure those two don't move. I want to question them. And then others over here are like, put them immediately, take them over to the cells. And there's like all these orders going on. There is definitely something going on, and there has been a shift in control of the yard. And again, there are no Wotan at all. Now, the side gate is also open. First Foundation, where you and Ode saw Stone Shaper go through when Stone Shaper was escorted out as you were coming in. That's still open as well. And there are also a few guards standing around there. The poison Sweehans that you can identify they're the most active. And there are a few guards, they're like pulling the guards into duty, giving them orders. And among that group, you spy Nimstrasala. And Nimstrasala is sort of in the center, inside the gate, in the yard, answering questions, giving commands to other poison Sweehans. And it looks like they have moved in under Nimstrasala's command.
We do not see Goodla.
No, Goodla left town this morning.
So it's our understanding that Nimstrasala was not on our side.
No, Nimstrasala is the one that you met with Goodla at the...
okay, she is on our side.
These are our peeps.
They are. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you Nimstrasala as a reminder. Mm-hmm. Nimstrasala is a Selkie and was often seen with the rest of the governor's people in the court.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even look at that.
So
the eyes too close together. Where do I look?
Super cool though.
So you know Nimstrasala. You sat for quite some time as Ela got drunk, trying to come up with a plan.
Okay.
That's right.
Yep.
It worked.
Yep.
Hey.
Can I send her a message with my brain?
You want to telepathically from this distance? You can, yes.
Okay, I would like to try to do that.
Okay.
With magic. Wow, I keep rolling. I have not rolled actually rolled a 4. I rolled a 3. I would like to bump that up to a 4 with primacy.
Okay, that's what it's for. So, all right, what do you tell Nimstrasala?
I would like to say, hey, we got the proof that we needed, but now we're stuck inside here. Please help.
Without looking around, Nimstrasala says, where are you at?
Oh, and I give her like the direction from where she is to where we are.
Like to your left. At that point, Nimstrasala looks over and sees you. You see them look in your direction and realize that there is recognition made. And then they raise a hand to whomever they're speaking with and nod. And then they start stepping away. They're sort of excusing themselves. And they cross the yard in your direction. The rest of you see Nimstrasala now moving in your direction.
Okay, she's coming over here. Be cool.
And they approach you and they say, how did you get in here? I suppose in the confusion, it's not difficult, but surprised to find you here. Did you have something to do with the disruption in the chambers? Because it worked.
Accidentally, not intentional, but we did get vital information that will change everything.
We were counting on that because we've taken over command. We heard some of the guards as they were exiting saying that Milnik has been expelled and that the governor has disappeared, perhaps has gone down below.
And what of the Wotan?
They're leaving. Rather in a hurry.
The jig is up.
In fact, based on their industriousness, I'd say that they're nearly packed, so they'll probably be leaving. We can't stop them. We've got enough to do here. What have you? What went on in there? Did you actually encounter the governor or whatever was in command there?
Maybe. I just look over at the other guys.
Do elaborate.
It
Unfortunately, this one had a very close encounter with that being.
Well, there was a hole, and there was the governor, and the governor went in the hole, and then we closed the hole.
The governor in body.
The one that inhabited the governor's body, one of the Starnum, exposed themselves as a conspirator.
I think that was Milnik. I don't think that was the governor. I don't think that was whatever is in the governor, whomever is in the governor. I believe that was Milnik.
We could try to track down the governor to expose the second Starnum.
Yes, the guards that we've been questioning say that the governor went downstairs. I believe they're still in there, which could be a problem.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
If you got rid of Milnik, but not the governor, as I suspect, based on what we're hearing from the guards, well, what did you do besides get rid of the aide, Milnik?
Hush.
Did you find any evidence?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
First Foundation found certain documents that proves that the governor's been dead for quite a while.
Okay, good. Where are they?
I have them here, but then
Nice.
Ela kind of looks over at First Foundation to like see if it's okay. Like, should I show or should I keep them because of their conversation earlier?
Do I get a read on Nimstrastal at this point?
You can do a call roll mind.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I can't tell much. I've rolled a 1 and a 2.
So
You don't see any
know-
response.
But what you do know is that Nimstrasala and Gudla know each other, and they know each other as trustworthy because you all had that conversation about what are we going to do, and here's what we're worried about, and there was nothing held back, to your knowledge, in that conversation. Nimstrasala also had mentioned before that they didn't know exactly what was going on with the governor because the poison sweet hens that were supportive of the actual governor were being kept in the dark about what had been going on since the governor's health had declined. So Nimstrasala then has gathered together those associates that are in allegiance or were in allegiance to the governor, and they apparently have taken command of the governor's residence based on the fact that the guards have become a bit disarrayed. The Wotan are leaving, and the rumors of what the guards are saying are coming out of the governor's mansion based on what you all did.
Okay. So Ela, after kind of having that exchange with First Foundation and kind of just giving a nod to First Foundation, will take the paperwork or the papers that they found and show them to Nimstrasala.
Nimstrasala takes them with their long, twiggy fingers and looks through things. This is exactly the sort of this is excellent. Well done finding this. I don't suppose that the nurse was around, Vol.
No.
She may have not. She may have left already as well. Everything is falling apart for them, but we don't know what else this other individual had planned, the one that was in command of the governor. We may need to go back inside and go down below and see if we can find them.
Where exactly is that located?
There's a staircase. I've not been down there myself. We were not allowed to go. But there's a staircase at the end of the eastern hall.
That is where we should go.
Well, let's make
Right.
haste. And where is Gudla? And Nimstrasala sort of takes the lead back towards
Follow.
the front of the mansion.
She
I'll
left
follow.
town, but she'll return, of course.
Good. Yes, because the reclaimers are all gone. They left
I believe
this
it's to try to gain more supporters. Other people who
Perfect.
believe the same thing, that obviously things weren't right here.
Good. Good. She had not had an opportunity to get word to me that was the plan, so I'm glad for that. Hopefully they'll be back today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow at the soonest, actually. It depends on her success, but I'm not worried about that right now. Let's go. So you go back then into the front door of the governor's mansion. And Nimstrasala leads you. So you had Ode and First Foundation had gone in near here the first time, and that's where you had the encounter with the guard, and then you went down the hall, and you turned the corner at the bottom. You went down this hallway, remember? And then straight away, there's a staircase, and Nimstrasala leads you in that direction.
Let's do it.
Following.
Ready?
Ela kind of just checks in on Tosh. It's okay, buddy.
Tosh is like full, like holding on to you, like trying to hide in the bag.
Ela would probably, because her hair is really long and curly, would probably like push her hair back in such a way where basically Tosh is then covered in Ela's hair.
Okay. And
So
Tosh,
it's like extra covered.
at this point, you're probably visible again, unless you want to try to maintain it.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll become visible.
Okay. Very well. A 6-foot stone staircase descends into a dark level beneath the residence, and downward you go. You emerge inside a dimly lit earthen chamber lined with wood shelves containing a tremendous number of cloth documents. The shelves and documents appear recent, pre-emergence. Recent pre-emergence. So they would be old enough that they were written before the emergence, but they're not like falling to dust. The chamber appears haphazardly excavated as if carved from solid ground some time ago. You sense a dampness in the air and note a variety of bioluminescent fungi, the light source in this dim domain. So if you would like to place yourselves in the area that you can see there.
Ty, as we enter into this space, First Foundation just looks at his friends. I feel this one feels a sense of energy recovery. Kind of looks down at his hands, and I'll give a big shout out to the Flan Blackmore for giving me a primacy recharge.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Flan. Thank you, Flan Blackmore. I happen to know that person is a gentleman and a scholar. Yeah, we need First Foundation upon the map.
Let me get out there. There we go.
And I think
There we are.
all right. So as I said, there's a good array of bioluminescent
Ooh, goody.
fungi that grow here. And then the chamber, as you see, is divided around this central pillar. And then you've got these shelves, these bookshelves, or they're like bookshelves lined with these old scrolls. Nimstrasala says, I could spend half my life here admiring the scrolls. I'm rather unhappy that I didn't actually know this existed. I'm surprised the governor didn't tell me about this before they fell ill.
What is this place?
I don't actually know. Some sort of records, I suppose. Records of Akshalo, kept over the decades. Probably some of them have been brought from the ancestral homes of the Nalniks and the Yalonks before, when they built this town. It would take some time to go through all of these, but I should like to do that.
Yes, now it's possible, where before it wasn't.
Indeed, it will be.
Well, I mean, these could be just top secret documents,
I
from
hope so.
hidden in the basement
Yes.
that are kept, by the governor. I
Well,
mean,
perhaps family records, if not other things. Shall we go?
all right.
Yes.
Okay. So you press on into the dimness. Now, Tosh, this is particularly pleasant for you because with your shadow discipline, this is where you exhibit your greatest strengths in that area. Low light. But what you see here further in the chamber is a large statuette, or not statuette, but a statue. A finely sculpted 8-foot tall bronze statue, actually. And it's facing toward an apparent exit.
Tosh wants to look at the statue.
Okay. Very
Do I
good.
recognize who's on the statue?
The statue, and facing the exit here, appears to be placed as an intended greeting for whoever's returning from the deeper recesses of this network. But the sculpture is of the strong body of a land plaque, but it has the face of an Ixia, the arms of a Wotan, the pebbled skin of a Lenai, fur like a Kakutz, and skin markings like an Asgal, and the long twiggy fingers of a Selku. So each of the cultures is represented here except the Starnum.
What?
This is strange.
Is there any writing?
There's no writing. The only other detail really is that the eyes of the statue are reflective and solid black stone.
Oh, he's got eyes like you, Tosh.
Tosh is gonna climb the statue to look closer into the eyes of the thing.
Okay.
Ela will help assist because I'm pretty sure Tosh might have some issues with the 8-foot statue. So Ela will basically just kind of see if he wants uppies on the shoulders to be able to see.
You want uppies or are you climbing?
I'll take uppies.
Okay. All right. So you hoist Tosh up to look closer. And Tosh, what are you looking for in particular?
I just want to see if there's any significance to the eyes, if they're powerful gems, they are manifestations, if they are particularly looking at something.
Make a cultural lore, please. And meanwhile, Nimshastala says, this statue appears to be representative of all descendants since the emergence. It's a more recent sculpture.
Primacy?
So what was your total roll?
3 and a 2.
3 and a 2? You can't use primacy because you don't have the lore discipline.
Well,
but the eyes do appear to be stone of some value.
Can I assist because I do have lore?
Yeah. Although it's a straight roll since it's assist.
Yep.
Oh.
Does First Foundation need uppies? No, I'm just kidding.
Not quite as tall as you. No, I rolled a 1.
Okay. That cost you a primacy.
Oh.
You're like, oh, and then you hear Nimstrasala say descendants, and you're like, oh, and it distracts your thought, and you're like, I should have made that connection.
Is this thing wearing any Ixia clothing or anything like that?
No, it's the whatever clothing that's depicted on it Actually, it doesn't. It's not wearing clothing. It's got the form. It's got the torso of the lamb plaque.
Yep.
But then it's got all these other elements on it as well that allow like the skin texture and the fur and the things like that to be obvious.
Tosh will take off their blindfold and blindfold the statue.
Okay.
Just kind of pat it on the shoulder. And then like, down, please.
That is such an itchy graffiti. I love it.
Ela will, of course, let
Oh.
Tosh down.
I'm going to give everyone a key point for that. I love it. So, key points. You may have up to 2. Key points are awarded by the seer only, and they may be used for any die roll you can make, whether or not primacy normally applies.
Oh, there's my notes. I have 2 of these now. Perfect.
Yeah, I think everybody has 2, unless I don't know if anybody ever used one, but
I used one at some point.
okay.
So I have one.
Okay, so if it ever gets earned again, you can have the next one, whereas nobody else can until they've spent one.
Okay.
Cool. If I've ever had one, I no longer have one because it's not in any of my notes. But anyway,
Okay,
back to
you may
the
have
baby
spent it.
Bjorn. And then Tosh will look into the hole. Oh, well, not the hole, but the direction in which the statue would be looking
Okay.
if it wasn't now honorably blinded because
Yes.
it hasn't found
The
meaning.
Departing the first chamber, you note a natural path southward and an adjoining chamber straight across. It is dungeon crawl time. Which direction do you wish to go?
I think we only have one opening, and that's going to be to the.
Actually, let me expand the map a little bit.
Oh, this is a big dungeon.
So you can go straight across into an adjoining chamber, or you can follow the path downward.
Oh, I see.
Should we split up?
Yes.
I'm not too sure about that.
Tosh will latch on to Ela. I have Ela.
Ela
Just-
is like nervously like, like, remember what happened last time?
Nimstress Sala from the back says, I need to get back and keep everyone organized. Find out what you can and report back to me as quickly as possible.
We'll
Thank
do our
you.
best.
Thank you, Wayfinder. I mean, Mr. Salvo.
Ode, what do you think we should do?
Does the path look like one section is newer than the other?
No.
Okay.
It all looks like it was probably constructed around the same time, however it was constructed, but it is rough hewn and there's no like tile. If there was any of it that was pre-existing, like as a natural formation, it may have been expanded, but then when it was also lined with the pathway and things like that at the same time. And it's all showing that it's been here for some time. Again, it would have probably been expanded early on in the history of Akshalo because that town was established within a few years after the emergence. So it's the whole thing's nearly 100 years old here.
All right. Well, I don't know. Can like just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Lenai by the toe. If he hollers,
Well-
let him go.
Well, actually,
And I'll just point to one way. I don't know.
Ela's going to try to do something that she's kind of done before, but she's going to try to not use her sight, but use her like feeling, like basically like use her feet
Mhm.
and like that like stomping motion to try to have like that pulse to kind of like feel like if there's some like basically like if it ends up going to like a cavern with something in it versus like there's being nothing in that space, like it kind of like just her
Yeah.
own little sonic
Yeah.
wave, so to speak. Is that possible if I did enhance body?
Yes, it is. What you can do is you can sense up to between 12 and 24 foot area, depending on how well. And of course, if you manifest it and then move, you can move the area that you can affect until it fades, or unless you maintain it.
I want to go to the center area where it does split off, and
Okay.
I want to do that motion to try to sense like what, like each in that space, like from where she's at,
Can
24 out from her body.
Let's see. Let's grab the show me the area with the clicker, with the pointer, maybe, of the area you want to affect, or maybe I can do it.
Like
there you
if
go.
it's I don't know if
Okay.
it has to be split 12 and 12 in either direction, but
Yeah,
like
or
to kind of feel
3 squares by 3 squares. Yeah.
to kind of feel in either direction.
Okay,
If
gotcha.
there's like where there's things or life forms, I
Okay.
guess.
Mhm.
If that makes
Go
sense.
ahead. Yes, indeed. I gotcha. Totally know what you mean. Go ahead and see
I'm gonna
how
use
it
2
goes.
dice for this.
Okay. We'll make it a called roll. Yeah.
I did get a 4 and
Okay.
2.
All right. So there is no immediate sensation of any kind of walking, or not even really even a steady vibration in that particular range.
Okay. Is it still active if I were to kind of go towards one direction over the other?
It's active for to the end of your next turn, so you'd be able to check one more area unless you maintain it, and then it'll still be active.
Okay, she's gonna go kind of in the area of where the luminescent
Pathway.
pathway. Yeah.
I will say, as you are close to that entrance, that there is just a little bit of a flicker, a glimmer of reflection off of what looks like another statue in that chamber. Just FYI, you would have seen that.
Okay. If I would have seen it, then yeah, I think that would go back into that direction to try to sense. Yeah. If I saw like a similar situation.
Hi, real quick.
Yes.
Big shout out to the chat here. Between Flan Blackmore and TCAT, we all have primacy recharge.
Awesome.
Oh, yay!
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I wonder if they know something you don't know.
Yes, I think so.
All right. So, okay, so you step in there and you continue sensing and seeing if you can pick up anything else, which you do not do. Before I go on describing anything, do you want to try to maintain it, or do you want to let it go?
I'm going to try to maintain it for now.
Okay.
That's 1 dice, right?
It's actually it's either. And since it's out of turn, you just make it a called roll, and you can roll 2 and give yourself that
Okay.
benefit.
I do maintain it.
Okay, good. All right. So that will give you another check when you're ready after you move wherever you decide to move to. But meanwhile, the rest of you, as you're following Ela around and as she's trying to interpret this area, stepping into the adjoining chamber, you catch the dim relief of another statue, likewise 8 feet tall and made of bronze. This figure, however, is exclusively a Landplaque male. The design features ceremonial clothing, including depictions of Corsicantant talons, Andal and Swihu feathers, and the like. A symbolic sky crystal in the form of an amber-colored gem adorns the forehead of the figure. Similar to the first chamber, you note a vast number of shells and old cloth scrolls lining the walls.
Would Ela recognize this potentially from like family history?
Maybe. We'll go ahead and have you do a called roll lore.
All right.
We'll give it. Well, let's see. Let's
I got a
reduce the
4.
difficulty scale. Okay, good, nice.
I was like,
what
oh
was
my
your
gosh.
What was your other die?
The other one was a 1. 4 and a 1.
You do not know this particular personage, if
Yes.
they were one, but you do detect elements both of Nalnik and Yolonk ceremony.
Okay.
So the depictions,
combination.
the use of the feathers and talons and things like that
Mhm.
are definitely both families.
Interesting. Okay. Do we notice anything on the scrolls?
Would you like to search the scrolls?
I know I would, because Hila kind of like, now she's like fascinated because she's like, okay, this seems like the two families, and she's trying to kind of piece the puzzle together, at least for this particular, because it's something more familiar than the other.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Anybody else want to search as well, or is it just Hila?
Tosh being on Hila's back is not going to be very helpful.
Okay.
I think Ode is just gonna look at the stone and other earth and stone kind of materials to see if there's any information off of that.
Mhm.
Being like an element kind of creature, I don't know that they would have a lot of information about like the cultural
Sure.
existence before they existed.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay.
Yeah, First Foundation will definitely look and try to interpret what's going on here.
What is, as far as the statue or the scrolls?
I think, well, Hila's looking at the statue, correct?
Hila's
No,
looking at the scrolls.
now
Now
I
you're at
had
the
already
scrolls.
looked at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm kind of moving.
I was going to
in
say the
that
scrolls
direction.
as well. So wherever, I start pulling some scrolls to look at them as well.
Okay, there's plenty of them. So
Yeah.
why don't you both give me call roll lore, and you know that this chamber goes further back as well. Ode, meanwhile, you detect, you note that gemstone that depicts the sky crystal is obviously different from like the rock in the cave. It's a gemstone as opposed to being like igneous rock or metamorphic or anything like that. As much as I know about geology, but it's definitely a different, and it's cut. It's been cut and crafted to depict and it's not an unusual symbol. I mean, the sky crystal is symbolic pretty much to every culture anyway, for various reasons. But what did my explorers get for their checks?
3 and a 2 from me.
Exact same.
Okay, it is.
But
a lore,
I don't have lore, so I can't bump mine.
But First Foundation, you can if you wish to.
Yeah, I'm pretty low on primacy, so I think I'm gonna hold off.
All right. Did you do primacy recharge?
I haven't done the
Sorry.
full recovery yet.
Okay. All right. You gonna hold off on it then?
I'm gonna hold. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it because I feel like I'm gonna need that later.
Okay. All right. Well, there are a lot of records here, and they're very interesting. Nothing in particular stands out. Hila, at most you start to find some ancestral references. And so, with a little bit more time, you could probably dig in and find a lot more information specifically about your family, potentially about your grandmother and about other people of record, both for Nalnik and Yolong families. There are also references to other Lamplac families as well. And then there are mixes of records that are newer with regard to groups and families of other cultures as well. So it starts to become a mix of old and new records of the townsfolk over the years. And First Foundation, you see that as well.
I think that she would know, like, obviously they have different priorities right now. So, but it's something that she would note and be like, oh, like, and probably in her head where she's like, I need to come back here and learn more. But she's going to kind of stay focused and kind of go with the rest of the group.
But you do have that one more check for your sense.
Yes.
If you want to make that.
Yes, please. Like, so I think
actually you don't have to roll, but yeah, show me your area.
Yeah, I think heading a little bit further, because of the fact that I'm assuming the scrolls were like were they across the wall here, or
they go back. Oh, my pointer's not. There we go. They even go back this direction if you want to go back in there.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna move kind of towards that direction again, and use the sense in that, like, behind that statue.
Okay, kind of
That
over
area.
that area of bioluminescent stuff. If everybody else would like to put their avatars in the room, if you are in the room, and Tosh, you are actually with Hila because you're on the.
Okay, so I got a 3 and a 1, but because it's body, I can bump that with primacy, right?
Yeah, actually, you're. I misspoke. Your manifestation's still active, so it's just more a matter of
Oh, okay.
it being there. I will say then, as you are sensing that, you feel just on the other side of First Foundation, very light vibrations from something moving.
Wait, First Foundation, I sense something. We're not alone. So we have to be careful from this point on.
Affirmative.
Well, I mean, I did drop a couple of guys down here somewhere. It could be them.
Right.
Oh,
That's right.
that's true. But I mean,
It
I'm
could
sure
be
they're probably
them.
upset about that. So we still should make sure that we're alert. I'm sure they didn't like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I got stuck in a whirlpool for several minutes and then got dropped into the basement of a building, I might be upset.
And First Foundation, as
Oh.
Hila tells you that, emerging out of the dim light, this strange creature appears. Well, let me see. I think yes.
Oh, I don't like it. It has
Crab
multiple-
people?
It's good.
Crab people.
We have crabs.
Oh
It's-
no.
It has
no.
this weird form, and it's actually bigger. Let me look and see how big.
Wait,
this
it
thing
has a
is.
smiley face though. It's kind
It's
of
kind
cute.
of smiley.
It's kind of cute.
Trying to look happy.
Not cute. That is not cute. I'm
I
sorry.
think it's cute. It's better than that one with like a million legs. That's for
that
sure.
mustache creature.
So
my God.
seeing that, we'll go back to the map.
Wow.
It scuttles sort of, and it's got these long legs, so it stands up, it presses itself up off the ground, and it's got like this disc shape to it, and it is, if I can get hold of the darn thing, it's about 10 feet around,
Oh my God.
and it snaps its tongue at you.
Okay, not friendly then.
Oh,
You
and
got a
that-
pest problem.
They want to kill us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. First Foundation, this thing snaps its tongue at you. It wraps around you and grabs you and swoop right into its mouth.
Oh.
Oh,
That was.
And then it goes back and sploosh, dumps into this pond back here.
He's
no.
gone
Dives.
forever.
Oh no.
First Foundation,
Oh
you take
no.
2 injuries.
Oh no.
If you have armor factor, you can deduct the difference, and then your armor is broken.
All right.
And let's establish combat order.
Oh God.
Well, First Foundation will put you first because you're just that close.
All right.
Who's second? Hila will say you're second because you were aware, you were paying attention to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Ode, if it's all right with you, I'd put Tosh third because Tosh is with Hila.
Fine. Yeah,
All right.
I'm kind of in the back, so I'll go last.
All right. First Foundation, you are wrestled, so you are immobilized.
Mm.
And you cannot breathe in here, so be aware of that.
Oh.
Does First Foundation need to breathe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lame.
Shoot. I'm wrestled.
You are wrestled, but you get to go first.
Oh gosh.
Is it dark in here or is there a
Oh,
light?
yes. Nope, no light. You are in a warm, acidic gullet. When First Foundation, so that creature stood up and it extended on those legs, and then First Foundation went swoop into its mouth, and the rest of you see its stomach extend, whoop, like a bag, but its legs are tall enough that it can still reach the ground, and then it just scuttles back and dips into the water. This music might be a bit loud.
So I think I'm gonna reach around and see if I can find anything of use inside of this acidic gullet.
Okay, what are you looking for in particular?
Anything.
Um,
Other creatures that it has eaten, maybe, or items it has swallowed, perhaps.
okay, all right. Give me a called roll body.
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you're feeling around. It's just soft, wet, fleshy, internal creature.
All right, I'm gonna manifest a blade and just cut right through the stomach lining.
Okay, how many? That's fine. We won't cost you your actions on that. Go ahead then, and you're gonna. So you want to use one die to manifest the blade, and then one to attack, or do you want to use 2 to manifest the blade this round?
I'll do 1 to manifest and 1 to attack.
Okay, so give
All
me
right,
your manifest roll first.
Come on. Oof. I rolled a 2. I don't think there's much I can do unless, well, I could re-roll it.
You could re-roll it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. No, I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
All right. I'm gonna try again with my other action die. Right?
Okay. Yep. Let me just roll that reprisal because that was bad luck.
I rolled a 4.
Nope, you're fine. You avoided any difficulty there.
Okay, and then I rolled a 4 with my second action die, so I do have the blade.
Okay, you have the blade. Now, because you are wrestled, your attacks will be at an increased difficulty scale. Keep that in mind.
Okay. How long can I be in here without breathing?
You can't, when you're being smothered, you start to lose 1 injury scale per round at the end of your turn that you are smothered.
Okay.
So as long as you can hold up from that condition, you will be conscious.
So since it's the end of my turn, I drop down 1 injury scale?
Yes.
Okay.
As you start to smother, and you are also in its stomach, and it is its turn, so the acids of its stomach also deal you 2 injury.
Uh-oh, guys.
Oh no.
Finale.
Yep, here we go.
Ela, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try to move, but still sort of at a distance where it can't necessarily try to grab us, since she's still thinking of the fact that Tosh is technically still in the back. Can she see the at least make out, since it is kind of with the bioluminescent, can she make out the creature in the water? Like, as long as she can see it, she can take aim and shoot at this thing.
Right. The issue here, let's see, it moved.
Or like where she would have to move in order to basically be like a safe distance, but then at the same time also to be able to see into the water enough to take aim.
Well, your best view to look in the water is going to be at the edge, because the closer you get, the more you see that it goes deep. And the surface light here is not enough to reveal anything beyond maybe a couple of inches in, and you don't see it.
Oh, like, so even if I did move close to the edge, I wouldn't still see it.
Do you want to move close to the edge? Yeah, so you
I'm
move
gonna
up to
move.
the edge.
I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Like, it's like, so she's kind of taking, she's trying to see, so she's probably moving. She's like, sorry, Tosh, we have to get closer. And then just kind of, you might have to hop off if something goes wrong. And she's gonna say that as like a free action, but she's gonna take her grandmother's bow. Can she look and see if it's now within range?
As you get up there, the ripples are just fading, and what you're getting is that reflective light on the surface, and it's very dark water from there. So no, you can't see anything in the water.
I can't see.
It's just too dark. Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, she's gonna ask Tosh, I'm gonna need you to get off my back for a reason. And I don't know if Tosh gets off the back or not, but she's going to change her body. She's going to creature morph into the same creature in order to get into the water.
Okay, let's see. I believe you can do that because it's a size factor or size factor difference of up to 4 of your IS. What is your current IS? 10?
12.
12. Okay, so yeah.
I mean, I'm lower than that. Like, if you're lower than that as far as health.
It's your current.
Okay. I was like, if it's health wise, then I'm screwed. But if it's like, I do have 12 normally when I'm full health. Yes.
What is it right now?
Right now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 9.
9. Okay. This creature is a size factor 8, and it's only 4 above yours, so you are fine.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So, but you still have to succeed. So go ahead and give it a shot.
Fingers crossed. Okay. I got a 3, so I'm gonna bump that.
Shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna bump that, please.
To a 4.
Yes.
You wouldn't think it would be that hard to roll a 4, but we're having a hard time tonight.
We are. We're having to use so much privacy.
We
oh
are.
my
No,
god.
it's great. It's a good thing we got
Eating
to.
primacy.
Good thing
So,
I
Hila,
bumped that. Woo.
You
Yes.
use 1 die. Did you use 1 die to do that?
Mhm.
So you still have a second action. And so
Okay.
you see Hila go shplump into the same creature.
Okay. And then now this, I forgot the name of this creature. What is the name of it?
This creature is called a red maw.
A red maw. So Hila the red maw is gonna jump into the water to try
Okay.
to swim close to that other creature.
Make a couple notes on what you get because you get some different factors
okay.
being in this creature's form. Your IS is currently 12. And keep in mind that any of the creature's IS that you take also eats into yours.
Okay.
So be tracking that. But you have 12 for sure now with this creature.
Okay.
And you have you have a swim speed of 32 feet and a ground speed of 12. And then you have a tongue attack that does standard damage,
Okay.
but it's within melee range. So it's a
Okay.
very powerful tongue that would allow you to grab and pull something into your mouth.
Yep. So basically, Tosh, even if he wasn't all the way off, basically the body is just like that cracking again of her bones being displaced and moved in different directions in her skin, stretching into this creature. So I'm sure that's definitely also traumatizing for Tosh, and then jumping into the water to swim in the direction. And I'm pretty sure I'm not, because I had to do that, I'm not able to attack this thing or anything. I can only just be underwater with it, right?
You only used 1 die to change, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh,
still
okay.
have-
So
you
the
still have your
swimming
second-
doesn't count.
No, that's just movement.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna go and do I see this thing as I dive down?
You don't see it because it's still dark, but you pretty quickly it becomes clear that this is only about 12 feet deep, and that there's something else down here. So you could make an attack. It's going to be at an increased difficulty scale anyway. Well, actually, it wouldn't, because you are a creature like this creature now. So you are, and actually you can breathe in the water as well. It's going to be an increased difficulty scale just because of vision,
Okay.
but you can but it's still body.
Okay. And then that's only the 1 die I would have.
You only have 1 die left. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a 1, guys.
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. As you come
Whoops.
swimming down,
I'm still getting used to it. So I'm like, I just, I'm still adjusting in this form. So it's just like, I don't know what noise it made.
you're trying to, you kind of like, you're trying to hit it. You shoot the tongue out. You get a sort of a tongue full of silt, and then there's like a tongue smack to your face, and you take 1 injury.
Okay, that's fair.
Recoil. Rough.
I'm getting used to it. I'm not
So, but-
floppy from my
But
hero.
it kind of lets you know that it came from your right side, so now you have an idea about where this thing might be at.
Okay, perfect.
And that's your turn, correct?
Yes.
Ela, that was your turn. So Tosh.
So Tosh now again being yeeted from his friend's back. The water is dark as shit. Tosh can't see through that, correct?
Right, not in the current situation.
Okay. Is there how much water are we looking at? Like, is it a pool or am I going through a river?
It's just a pool. So let me expand the rest of the visual here.
Oh, okay.
The pool is only about 8 or 10 feet across. And it's just like this. It's just probably like a spring fed pool from somewhere underground. And then it goes down into the darkness.
Okay. I want to cast Dimension Door at the bottom of the pool.
You want to open a dimension doorway at the bottom of the pool.
Ooh,
Interesting.
like drain
well,
it?
okay. You don't have a visual though.
This is true, but I'm going to try to use education for this. I would have seen Ela's descent into the pool,
Right.
and judging how fast that went down, I could give a rough estimate of where the ground of this pool might be, considering it's only 8 feet wide. So it's either.
Do you want to make do you want to use an action to make that calculation?
I would. No.
Okay. All right.
Tosh is simply going to guess. Let me make, because you told me what it is. I'm just going to do a quick. Tosh is going to assume that it's only 6 feet deep since it's 8 feet wide.
All right.
So he wants to cast a dimension door at the center of what appears to look to be a 6 foot deep pool of water.
Okay. All right. So we will target it at 6 feet.
Nuovarden calculus.
Go ahead and roll and see if you can do it.
Look, you gave me this character. That's not true. I picked this character, but I'm using the powers you gave me. I rolled 2 3s. I'm going to use the primacy to bump one up to a 4. I really don't care what dimension we open, as long as we open it.
All right. So the first thing we need to do is how much further beyond your 6 foot point do you want that to go down up to 12 feet depth?
Let's just do a 6 radius. So 6 up, 6 down.
Okay. So 6 feet below your 6 foot mark.
Yep.
Okay. Now we need to see where it opens.
Hopefully not a sun dimension.
Yeah.
All the water's gone, but so is everything near it.
Hopefully not a death dimension and then I'm dead forever. It's like your ultimate payback for me punching you in the face.
If it makes you feel better, as long as I don't close it voluntarily, you'll just yeet out of it.
Please give me a 3d4 roll and tell me the total added up.
3d4 roll, total added up, 6.
All right.
That is 3 2s somehow.
Okay. Ela, a shimmering light begins to emerge below you as you're diving down. 6 feet. Wow. Right at the bottom where you're at, it opens up, and below you is this expansive space. And within it, you see figures floating. A light radiates up, an ambient light. And you can see the other red maw, and you can see that you're not in a very big space, but below you, it's expansive. And all these figures are slowly floating away toward what looks like a very distant black hole.
But what happens to the water?
Well, I will just give you the I will give you the physics of this dimension that you opened into.
Oh,
This
here we go.
dimension is already a floating environment. There's literally a like pressure, and it's just like a bubble of water slightly pressing into what is already a weightless dimension.
Well, at least you can
the
see
roll.
now. At
However,
least
you
can
don't
see
know.
now.
You don't know. Tosh does not know this. What you can see, however, is just that the faintest ambient light and some shadow figures moving over the surface of it. So you've got some visual. Was that both your action dice?
That was both of my action dice, and
All right.
Tosh is going to say, "I'm helping."
Oh, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna move 4. All right. So this area where First Foundation is that all underwater?
Where First Foundation is, First Foundation's in the water. So in where
Okay,
Ela
somewhere.
is, all the blue, yeah. So First Foundation's basically, in the water next to Ela, kind of up here, say, or just off the map.
Okay. Can I use a mind like attack and or mind illusion? Maybe just a combination of all of them. Fear, mental attack, and illusion to make something I can't see have an experience?
You have to be able to see it to target it.
Fair. All right.
Which, if you do go to the edge of the pool, looking down into the pool, you can make out shadows, but there are 2 of the same kind of creature down there.
Oh my god, there's 2 of them. All right. I would like to turn the sand or the water to sand, if I may.
Oh my. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's go!
I have instant regrets.
I would like. Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, 2 or 1 die.
2, please. Shoot. I got 2 2s. I would like to use.
Now keep in mind, because you are doing elemental transformation, it's at an increased difficulty scale as well. So in order to succeed, you'd have to roll a 5 and then spend primacy to roll a 4 and then spend primacy to get it to a 5. Because you rolled 2 2s, or you can roll double 4s. That would work as well. But you can't roll 2 dice. Well, you could spend 4 primacy and re-roll them both again. That's basically the only way you're going to be able to succeed at this attempt.
Or I can use my magical rock and reduce the difficulty to 4.
Oh, to standard. That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can use a fortune's favor to reroll 1 die.
Yes. Wait a minute. You rolled 2 2s?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. That wouldn't get you enough because you have to change the
it
3 to a
it
4.
still wouldn't be enough
No.
because I don't only get 1 success possible. Correct?
Okay.
No.
Your stone allows the difficulty scale to come down. So if you
Right.
just want to re-roll, if you get a 3, oh no, you couldn't bump it to a 4. You'd still have to get a 4.
Yeah, it still have to be.
Don't you have a key point though?
Yes, you do.
Does that
Mhm.
reroll 1 or?
That re-rolls whatever you
nope.
want it to.
It doesn't re-roll. It allows you to bump the die.
Okay. Well, let's use the fortune favor first. Try to get a 4. I got a 3. And then
And a
I
key
use
point.
a key point to bump it up.
To make it a
4.
4. Yep.
Bump it up.
Yeah!
Bump.
Sand!
As you do that, Ela, you and presumably the other red maw down there are suddenly crushed by
Yeah.
the environment changing to not
Yep.
water.
Ow, 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 ow.
Uh-oh.
What that means in mechanical terms is that if you are still in this condition at the end of your next turn, you will suffer 1 injury from being crushed, and you're essentially immobilized because you would have to mobilize yourself, i.e., use some sort of a manifestation or something to be able to dig yourself out of this situation. But at the moment, you suddenly stop moving, breathing, and you can't see again.
So should I just mark
Thank
that
you, Blake.
one, the one, the
Not
one
yet.
IS right now? Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet, because your turn will be up next. But in this exciting moment, let's take a break. We're a little bit over time.
Real quick before we do, thanks to Bleak Season, we just got, each of us got a Fortune's Favor for when we come back. Thank you, Bleak Season.
Good call.
Whew. Folks, before we
Thank you.
break, don't forget that we do have a giveaway. We're going to be giving away a copy of the core rule set, the core Nuovarden rule set. So make sure you sign up to get in on that. We're going to draw a winner at the end of tonight's game. So stick around. We'll be back in just a few short minutes. See you soon.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. We're back in Nuovarden. And, well, let's just say we're in a tight spot now. Some of us in really tight spots that are acidic, but yeah, let's do this. Let's get back to it.
Some of you wishing you were still in jail. Yes, as let us pick up. Everybody knows this stuff. Don't forget to enter the drawing. We are going to get right back into it because we are in the grand finale and we need to find out how this resolves. So back to the top of the order. First Foundation, you are inside this miserably warm, burning, dark, spongy, fleshy place.
Okay.
But you've got a blade.
Ooh.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to use
All
that
right.
blade.
Now, your activities, you can make your physical actions at increased difficulty scale because you are
Oh, yeah.
tight, smothered conditions.
All right. I'm going to use my blade to cut. I'm trying to cut my way out of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna use 1 die to cut. Actually, why wouldn't I use both?
Yeah, so you don't have
I don't have.
you don't have the body discipline, right?
No.
Yeah. So you'd have to use either your key point or you would have to roll double fours to succeed on a strike.
Oh shit! Really?
Because you
Okay.
are not able to move real well.
Double fours.
Double fours would do it. A key point on a 4 would do it because you could bump it to a 5.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do it. Here comes some double fours. Should be fairly easy. There's 1 4.
There you go.
Come on.
Oh, look at that.
I did it. I did it.
Wonderful. Okay.
Good job.
Oh my god. But
Now,
I needed it.
yes, you did. Now, that is
Yeah.
not a high success because it was an increased difficulty skill, but you do punch into the flesh and cut. Go ahead and give me a D4 damage roll.
A 1. There it is. Now we're back to normal.
You go and you got your hands up in your face and you just use just the wrist to drag the blade
Mhm.
and make a little hole in the belly of this creature. There's not much else you can do because you use both your
Except
dice. correct?
suffocate.
You can. So please enjoy 1 injury
Oh,
of
that's-
suffocation
That's
and
sad.
1 injury of acid.
Uh-oh. Bro.
Oh man. Yeah.
One more round of that.
Okay, well, guess what? This creature, you can feel like there's movement as something is happening, and this creature is like freaking out. Man, what is it gonna do? It's
Wiggle to the surface.
gonna have to try and wiggle to the surface. It is, yeah. So what it's gonna do is it's going to use a response action to try and mobilize itself enough to be able to move. What that means is, because it does not have a burrowing movement scale, it can only go, if it succeeds, half of its movement distance, and this is a land movement, so it's down to 6 feet. And this is the same for you, Ela, because this is a ground sort of situation. And oh, well, I got that massively successful, double 4s. So, yes, that allows the creature to drag itself through the sand, and it's 12 feet, which on double 4s is a high success. You see, Ode and Tosh, one of the creatures just emerged with those little eyes that are on the stalks at the front of its face. The eyes come out, and its mouth and its nose, its breathe, it's sucking in air.
Get it!
Yeah, whichever one it is. That is my creature. It is Ela's turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do the response too, because obviously this is not good.
Unless you know a sand burrowing creature.
I mean, okay, that is also to another option. Am I able? But then, okay, I'm trying to make sure, because I'm already basically, I've done my creature shape into this one creature.
You can change.
I would have to drop it and then do it again.
No, you could just change from what you're at. Basically, it would be an action to end it, but you're creature morphing. So if you just want to do a new morph, just morph to a different creature. That's fine.
Okay. Of the creatures that I feel like Ela would try to choose a creature that's still big enough to basically to be like predatory, where in the sense where it could do some damage to this thing, but also to get her out of said sand.
There is a very there's a very common burrowing lizard called a larkler.
Okay.
And a larkler has a burrow movement. They are sightless, but they detect the vibrations of movement. Well, you wouldn't get that because that's not natural to you. They are sightless, but they have a very powerful bite.
Okay.
They're known to pop up out of the ground and grab things and then drag them back in from time to time. And they're sort of like a bull-headed kind of, not actual bull with horns, but like a very strong jawed, like a pit bull kind of muscly head. Lizard that's about 4 feet long. So you could try and turn in one of those, and that'll give you a regular movement within the sand.
Okay. Let's do it.
1 or 2 dice?
2.
Okay.
Okay. That was a 2 on the one. I got a 4 on the other.
All right. Okay. So you turn into a larkler, and now you can just move right about.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to be moving to the surface, basically, to be like right next to this thing.
All right. So Ode and Tosh, you see these eyeballs pop up and this mouth open and the nostrils flare as it takes in air. And then right next to it pops up this blue scaly lizard that's about half the size of the red maw. But it just comes right out on top. You can get right out of there. You're not even just barely poking your head out.
Okay.
And okay. So
I think that's all I can do because
that's all you can do. Yeah. All right.
And
that
real
takes
quick,
us-
shout out to Wandering Endlessly for a primacy recharge for each of us. Thank
Awesome.
you so
Thanks,
much.
Wandering.
Oh, thank you.
Privacy. So I'm back
One of
to
our-
full at this point.
One of our past rules winners.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Tosh, it is your turn, and you have a lizard and a red maw poking up, one completely out of the sand and the other one poking its face out.
the one that popped directly out of the sand. I wanted it to be like it popped up and Tosh went no, and immediately gravity crushed it to try to like crush it back down into the sand. It's just a basic attack.
Oh, the eyeballs?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you got it.
Let's roll these dice. That's a 4.
All right. So 4 and a what?
2.
Okay. All right. You got it. Go ahead and give me some damage.
1d4. That will be a 4.
Oh, wow. As you crush one of the eyeballs, like the blood vessels pop and it like squints that eye. And the stalk kind of withers on that side. Nicely done. You did 2 dice. Did you want to move, or are you good where you're at?
Tosh will do a free action, which is try to hide behind Ode, even if that requires fetal position.
Okay, so you
I am
dodge.
shorter than you.
Yes.
You dodge behind Ode and lay on the ground.
Yes.
Are you going to go prone?
No, more like a deep squat.
All right.
Leg
Very
day.
good. Ode, you are up.
All right, I am going to try to maintain this.
The sand?
The sand, because I don't want the creatures
swim
to
away.
get to go lower. Double ones.
Oh.
Okay. To maintain, I only need to get 1 4 though. Correct?
Can I help?
Correct.
Oh
Oh, yes.
Well,
you don't have any dice
first,
left.
I would like to
I do.
use
I have 3.
a fortune's favor.
Oh, wait. You'll have three dice now, right?
Yeah, we have 3 dice.
Oh, that is correct. You could help if you wanted to, but you said you want to try Fortune's Favor first?
Fortune's favor first. Hold on. Nope. Double one.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll this for you.
Come on,
I'm gonna go
Tosh.
ahead and get this done for you. You are not gonna believe what I just rolled.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does triple ones do?
The fates has decided.
Oh my god.
Wait!
because it's a 1, Tosh, it costs you a primacy.
Oh,
And then there is suddenly this pressure and a manifestation wave that goes out in all directions as we have a manifesting event.
yes.
Chaos!
Manifesting event! Manifesting event! It manifests! Manifesting event!
We need chat to please give us a 3d4 roll and tell me the total added together.
Yeah,
Get
to
on
roll that
action,
is
chat.
exclamation D4. We'll give you a roll. We need 3 of them, please. Anyone? There we go. Flan rolled a 2. Wandering rolled a
Mhm.
This is the suspense mode. We have a 2 on the board so far. Oh, surveillance. We got a 2. So 2, 2. And try again, wandering. And a 2. 2, 2, 2. Is that another
Oh my
manifest? Like,
goodness. Okay, as this whoosh, boom, energy erupts. Who was it? Tasha and Ode?
Yeah, that last
Yeah.
time we had one of these horrific events, it was the 2 of us too.
Tosh and Ode. Primacy surge. If applicable, you may use primacy to adjust 1 die on your next roll by 2 before the end of. Who's the active player on this? I lost track.
Technically, it's me.
Oh,
yeah.
so we all
Yes.
get 1 more round.
You can change your next roll by 2, 1 die, if applicable by the end of Ode's next turn.
Okay.
You got that?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. So I could like help somebody and change it twice? Because it's not on
Um,
my turn, right? Or is it?
It has to. It has to be able to use primacy, but you can change. So if you roll like a 2-1, you could change your 2 to a 4.
Right, but I just went. So if
Well, you
it's
could-
until my
it-
next
any-
turn, then do I
it-
get it
on
for
your
my
n-
next turn?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And Tosh would get it. Well, actually, yeah, that was it was your turn. So yeah, you both have one chance to use it on this next round. Oh, do you have anything else you can do?
No. So I technically I got a manifesting event, and so I didn't maintain the sand, correct?
Right, but you rolled 2 dice, right?
I rolled 2.
And for some reason, I forgot you all have 3 dice now.
I didn't realize we could use it on the same roll.
You get 2 actions as long as you have at least 1 die for any of the actions.
You can try again
Okay,
with
so
one
I
die.
can try 1 die to maintain it.
If you want to try it again on that, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to try. I rolled a 2. Can
Yeah.
I use the effect to bump it
Yes,
up?
you
to a
can.
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
Yeah, bump it up.
I don't know that I've rolled a 4 this entire game.
Perfect timing.
Oh my
You
God.
maintain the sand pit. Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah,
That's
sand.
the spirit of the manifesting event. It is back to the top of the order. First foundation. You are hanging on. Still smothered, still burning. What would you like to do? Your blade did your blade fade at the end of last turn?
Yeah, because I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't expend a primacy to. So what I'm gonna do now is reach into the little puncture wound and just try to pull it apart.
Ooh. Okay. So basically a body attack.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna roll 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
A 4 and a 3.
Okay. Do you want to use your key point to bump that 3 to a 4?
Yeah. You know
Here's
what I
the
do?
thing. Here's the problem. So you're doing a melee, and
Yeah.
you don't have body
That's right.
discipline, so you
That's
can
right.
only do 1 injury. If you
Okay.
bump that 3 to a 4, you could do 2 injuries, but that's the max you could do.
I'll do it. I'll bump it. I'll use my
Okay.
key point. Because I actually had 2 of them, so now I have 1, and
Okay.
so I do 2 damage.
I mean,
You
you
got
need
it.
air more than anything. So if you can
I'm
make
trying.
enough hole to get some air.
I'm trying. I'm just gonna be like, birth me head first.
Now you do have 1 more die, so you have 1 more action if you
Oh
want to
yeah, I
take.
do.
I can't believe we were forgetting that. That's my bad. I
Yeah,
should remember.
no. I'm gonna manifest. I don't know how this may depend on how you interpret this. Potentially could help, but I want to manifest some sort of a tool that will allow me to like spread it open somehow, like maybe a lever of some kind, or something that I
Big
can
pliers.
Yeah, something like that to just try to use
Rip
on
it.
maybe my next turn or something.
Yeah, go
So I'll
for
try
it.
to manifest it right now. It's some kind of like
Flesh ripper.
yeah, I'm trying to think of what it would be. I mean, I guess yeah, whatever. It's a lever of some kind. And I rolled a 4, so I've got it.
Boom. Yeah. And
Oh,
your tool would have
Wait,
allowed
can
you
I
to.
can I change my mind on that? Instead, I'm gonna manifest a straw. And I'm gonna push the straw. So I'm gonna try to push the straw through and breathe out. I'm gonna try to get some air.
Like a 12-foot straw.
I guess
You don't know
so.
how deep it is, right?
Yeah, I don't know where I am. I'm just thinking I need air.
That
I'm gonna
is
try to
very-
create like a vent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you manifest this breathing apparatus.
Like a tube that I can just go.
Yeah. Manifest
Be
this
a
breathing
reed,
apparatus. We'll just give it a free action to stick it into try to puncture through the frog flesh, and you gasp into the tube. A few grains of sand trickle into your mouth and down your throat, but then so does the sweet oxygen of life.
Hey guys, I feel iron here.
That takes us to Ela.
Okay, this is the question. Okay, so I don't this creature does not necessarily see in a typical sense, but because First Foundation just made a series of sound waves, can I determine that location in order to basically rip at the flesh in that area where the sound is coming from?
Yes, we'll reduce the difficulty scale to standard.
Fantastic.
I like it.
I feel like that's a sonic again. Her sonic senses.
Sonic sense, yeah. Well, if you wanted to manifest it, you could try and make it. You could reduce the difficulty scale, but if you just want to go with what you heard, I would give that as a free action, and you can keep
manifesting.
I will give you let you keep your actions.
Okay.
How do you want to do it? Do you want to go with what you heard, or do you want to hone in on it?
I should probably hone in on it. I think that at this point, it's just too big of a risk because I don't know what Oda's going to do next. Or Tosh, because she doesn't. But I feel like she knows it's one of the Chaos Twins.
Do you want to use 1 or 2 dice on this one?
Okay. I'm going to use 2 because then, wait, I can still, with the 1 dice, I can still make an action, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay.
Hi, did you see my message?
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah,
got it.
okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Chat's being naughty. What'd you get?
I got a 4, 2 4s.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, with that, I will say, yeah, it absolutely.
I thought that was I was like, looked at it, I was like, oh my God.
Absolutely reduces the difficulty scale. So your attack will be at reduced difficulty, which means you can hit on a 3 or better. And then there's this conflux of energy again as it pulls in. You feel the weight of it, and the air seems to go silent for a moment, and then there's and your hair flies back.
Wait, my lizard has hair?
Or your scales.
Can we please, can this be canon? That her hair remains on every creature in some form. If it looks like a tail, or if it looks like, I just want a blue lizard that looks like this. With hair.
Luscious
beautiful
locks.
Flowing, curling hair.
That's how we know it's Hila.
Right?
Your hair blows back and your scales scintillate.
I love it.
Chat, please give us a 3d4 and tell me the total.
Oh boy. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat.
Go ahead, guys. There we go. We got a 4.
Oh.
Anyone? We
We
got a 1.
5.
What's it gonna be?
And a 3. So a total of 8.
8. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, what are the active manifestations that we have going on right now? We have
Sand.
sand, a straw, and Hila as a
Lizard.
With beautiful locks.
Luxurious. Big
All right.
lizard lashes.
Oh, and we also have the your Tosh, your gate, would that still be open or would it have faded? I didn't track that.
Oh, you muted.
Oh, you're muted, Tosh.
I did not take the time to keep it open.
Okay. Ode, your sand pit, it's going to be there for a week. You don't even have to maintain it anymore. It's there.
It's happening again.
Thanks, Bleak. That actually benefits us, yeah?
Yeah,
Totally,
it does.
That's huge.
I'm so good at this.
Oh my goodness.
Great
job,
Ode.
Oh, God. Okay, Hila, that was... It's you still have your second action.
Yes, I do. Okay, so I got a 3 on that, but because I have body, I can bump that with
Yeah,
privacy.
you're attacking? Is that what you're doing?
I'm attacking.
Okay.
I am trying to basically bite in that direction in order to basically create a hole for our friend to get out.
You spin to your left and bite. Go ahead. Oh, you got a 3, you said.
Yeah, but I bumped it.
You didn't have to because you had.
Oh, lower difficulty. Oh.
Yes.
I forgot
So just
about that.
give me a so give me a D4
Okay.
for damage.
2.
Let me check my Larkler. They may have a plus
have,
one
like, a
difficulty
benefit?
factor, damage factor, which you would get, I believe.
Because it has a bite. Bite.
Yes.
Oh, actually, they have a -1.
Uh-oh. No. No. What does that mean?
It means that you did a little bit less damage, but you still damaged the creature.
Bummer. Okay.
Yeah. Boom. Okay, so that is your turn, I think, right?
Yeah. Did it help at all? Like widen that hole or no?
No, you just found flesh and bit it.
Okay. We'll get him next time. All right. That's fine.
Ode, what?
What does it taste like? Yeah.
Frog's legs.
I don't know how to make a
now
noise.
Now that I can see the frog creature, I would like to look into its one good eye and make it think that the thing that it has eaten is very hot, like becoming hotter and hotter and hotter and uncomfortably hot.
Okay.
My
Give it a mind attack.
While that's happening, we just all got 2 more primacy points. Thank you, chat. Wandering and Bleak, appreciate you.
Good Lord.
The first 4 I rolled tonight.
Hey!
Yes.
Okay, now because this is a mind status attack, I do get a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. So do you want to bump yours to a 5?
I do with
You got it.
primacy.
Primacy.
All right. First foundation. As you are breathing through the thing and this acid is sizzling on your components, the stomach rumbles. You don't know if it's pumping more acid in or what's going on, but do you have a second die if you wanted a second attack or action, or you can keep it to assist?
Yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna attack him again.
What's your attack this time?
Let's see. No, I just did mental attack, right?
You could do a mental attack for damage, straight up damage if you wanted to.
Sure. I'll try to damage him. It's hot and it burns you. No, I only rolled a 2. Oh well.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't do too much. So that would end your turn unless you wanted to move.
No, I'm good. I'm good right here.
Okay. All right. Tosh, what would you like to do?
Posh is going to. I love how my entire job.
Disappear.
Sorry. I love how my entire job is to try to break the game. Tosh would like to walk up to the one holding first foundation and wants to try to teleport into it.
You want to teleport into the creature?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Got it.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
If he teleports in and there isn't enough room, what
We may
happens?
find out.
Oh
That's
boy.
1 and a 3. I'm going to bump that 3 up to a 4.
Oh boy.
All right. Tosh disappears. Boom. And first foundation launches out of the mouth and skitters across the floor. You are prone, so you're slowed until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
But you are ejected out of this thing, and Tosh, you are in darkness, and a smothering, fleshy, dark, miserable interior. You do still have one die left, I think.
Yeah. One. Is there meaning in this?
There is definitely definition. There's texture. There's temperature. There's a little smell.
Good. Okay. This hole is a bad hole. Tosh is going to use his third die to teleport out. Because this is a
Brilliant.
bad hole.
Brilliant.
Now, did he get ejected because Tosh went in, or because? Okay.
Because Tosh went in, but it was just to answer the question I think that you're implying, it was going to happen either way.
Okay.
But Tosh, I'm going to increase your difficulty scale because you are in darkness. You have no line of sight for anything.
That's fine. I'll use a primacy to make
Yeah,
this
you
4
might.
into a 5.
Swoop, Tosh disappears. First Foundation flies out. Tosh reappears. A little bit sloppier.
Ugh. Where were you?
I don't know.
Oh, and I think I did my initiative out of order, or the combat order out of order. Because
It's fine. Tosh was before Ode, but we got the
Gotcha.
situation done.
First, yeah, do you want to move or say something? Is that what you were saying?
No, Tosh is going to begin to weep again. He is now dirty and wet, and it continues to be the roughest of days.
First Foundation, what do you want to do?
All right, so I just got ejected from this creature. I'm looking around. Who do I see? Any of my friends? I see Ode.
You see all your friends.
Okay, everybody's there. Do I see? Is there a target? I get up and I look
there's-
around.
Yeah,
Dazed.
you look back to where the pond was when you left, and there's a pit of sand, and there's an injured eye stalk sticking up out of the sand, part of like the lips of this thing, and a bit of a about 8 feet of tube that
that.
looks like it's about ready to disappear.
And does the creature look alive or dead?
It's looking where you see movement in the eyeball and nostrils. At the moment, it appears alive.
I will manifest my. I will pull out my crossbow. I will manifest a bolt and I will fire.
Go for it. Take that shot.
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 dice.
Okay.
4 and a 4. Double 4s.
Are you? Bam. Rolls the 2d4 damage.
Get it.
3 and a 4, so 7 total. I didn't like you very much.
Tell us how you kill it.
Ooh, I take the shot almost inadvertently lining up the eye stalks and just right through both of them.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, it lifts out of the sand with a convulsive lurch, throws itself back, throws itself right, and then flops forward half onto the rock and out of the sand. You have defeated a red maw.
Oh
Well
my
done.
god, that was close.
So it was close.
Can I say that Ela is still in this fancy hair flowing in the wind on this lizard and like just comes to the surface and makes whatever noise, because at this point I don't know all the noises for these various creatures, but basically she's gonna stay in this form because she doesn't know if there's gonna be more as they continue on back where
Okay.
they came from.
Oh, you're gonna stay in the form as
I'm
you
gonna stay in the
explore?
form. Yeah,
Okay.
Smart.
You will have to maintain it.
that's fine. But just in case.
All
Hey,
right.
thanks to the
Good.
chat, by the way, for getting us through this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Prometheus, thanks for the raid. We appreciate you.
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you very, very much.
I did roll a 4 to maintain it.
Okay, so it maintains a little bit longer. Where are you going from here in your beat up state? You still haven't found the actual person that you're looking for.
I think. Well, the area I'm assuming that where we were is like all sand, so we can't go that way, but we can go back where we came from, like
Correct.
to that one area that we didn't explore. I'm assuming.
Back over here.
Yes,
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
That area is clear versus the
Yeah.
one that's blocked.
The one that's blocked's not really blocked. It was just water, and now it's sand.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no exit in this chamber
Okay.
beyond that. Do
Yeah,
this.
I mean, I'm gonna head back. I don't know about everyone else. In my creature form, just not speak. Like, I can't speak to you guys, so I'm just like
Okay.
moseying about.
All right. So you get back to that intersection, and you know it goes down. And actually, it goes far enough, and its bioluminescent lighting is helpful that you can see another entrance to a cavern. Proceeding towards that cavern, the low light of the glowing fungus reflects off the bronze of another statue, but one much different from the previous two. A mass of flesh and writhing tentacles with half-emerging faces and random animal parts seems to bear its own static energy, as if all creatures it represents were caught up in the same moment of agony. Beyond the statue, you detect a faint murmur of chanting.
Ode's gonna grab a handful of that sand that they changed. Just like, look at this sand. So sweet.
Ela, do you have one of the healing vials?
Ela's gonna wiggle her lizard butt. I'm assuming
Oh, that's
there's
right, you're a
probably
lizard.
pack. There's
Good
probably a pack
lizard.
on her butt somewhere where her hip would be.
Tosh will actually offer one of the vials that they did not use to First Foundation.
As you do, you
have this
probably
one?
notice like parts of his like structure have been just melted away.
Also, Tosh is gonna put their hands on First Foundation and go, stop that, and cast heal.
Void heal. Okay.
Thank you, Tosh. This one has sustained significant damage.
What did you roll, Tosh?
Every little bit helps, my little
Can
friend.
I assist?
Yeah, I rolled
Because
two twos.
First Foundation is partially made of metal.
Yeah, that's a great
stone? Yeah. This
Don't
is
roll
a
a two.
team effort.
Come on, 4.
Oh,
Yeah!
Second 4 of the night.
Yeah!
All right, Tosh, I got some good news for you. You get recovery, and you get to roll 1d4 healing on
Yay!
First Foundation.
I get
Come on.
recovery, which I
Come
like to
on.
recover things like my primacy. And then let me roll that 1d4. 4!
Whoa, nice. So I'm back up to
Dab on
9.
him! Dab on him!
Geared up.
I will say Ela's
Thank
gonna
you.
try to go ahead since she is in this in this form of the creature where it obviously senses her senses are a little different, and it's made for this kind of environment in order to basically see if it's like multiple chants or just one being that's chanting.
Okay. I need one more maintenance roll first.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that was a 3. So I'm gonna bump that to 4, please.
You can indeed.
Okay. And then what do I need to roll for this one?
That can be a call roll body because you're listening.
Okay.
And just as a heads up, we did just get a manifesting event from Vamp Wickman. So thank you, Vamp, for that.
All right.
It's the
the
finale,
next-
you guys.
The next
That's right.
manifestation.
Oh, that was a 3.
You can bump it again if you want to.
I will. I
Okay.
will. Because I need to make sure that I can protect my friends
Okay.
as my little lizard Ela self.
So, you hear multiple voices, but they're in the same rhythm.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is an interesting thing. Okay, we know that the creature can't, like, I can't talk.
Right.
But I have claws, right?
Mm-hmm. You do.
So if I scratch the floor, can I, like, let them know how many by, like, scratching the number of voices that I hear?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I gotta get creative here, okay? Well, it's like to like let them know how many voices I hear.
You
Man,
estimate.
I wish I could read.
What does it mean? What are you
Yeah,
trying to tell us?
Or maybe you
Lizard.
slap your tail lightly. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, and then swing your head. 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the rest of you can hear these murmurs.
Oh man, we gotta hurry and get those guys.
Yeah. Just race forward, I
Forward.
think. Yeah, just race
Forward.
forward.
I tried to
Crossbow.
tell them it was multiple people. It's fine.
Crossbow
And then
ready.
she sighs in her lizard form and then just goes.
All right.
Cops are here.
So please move your avatars into area 3.
Area 3. Area 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that as far in as you're going to go, Hila?
I'm just looking for what I'm owed.
Ooh,
I want to try to get as
nice.
close as
Yes.
possible because I know my movement speed might be different in this form.
In this format, it's not, actually. These
Oh,
creatures
is it not?
let me tell you. Actually, no. They have 32 feet ground and 32 feet burrow.
Oh.
So you could cover some ground.
Okay, I'm gonna burrow underneath in order to basically surprise attack these people.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right. Show me how far within 32 feet you want to go in the burrowed position.
I'm trying to go like around to like get as close as possible. I mean, it's blacked out right now, but
Okay. All right. We'll put you right there for a moment. What are the rest of you doing? Are you trying to be quiet or are you just marching in?
I'll march in.
Yeah, not
All
trying to
right.
be quiet, just racing in and shooting the first bad guy I see.
yeah, I'm
do
just
really-
trying to be.
I do really appreciate the surprise assault lizard.
Surprise assault.
They never saw it coming.
But all you see is the flowing locks as she goes underneath the ground.
We're going for it. We
She
are
is beauty,
throwing
she
back
is
the
grace.
curtain.
Oh God, there's
Scratch out
so
your
many
face.
of them.
Exactly.
All right. As you come charging in,
Oh my god.
upon reaching the chamber, you see 3 Ixia in meditation and 2 more Starnum hovering nearby, watching over them. 2 guards, a Landplaque and a Kakut, stand near Darum Yalonk, who is also present. A shimmering portal reflects kaleidoscopic light from an 8-foot wide and 12-foot high freestanding gate. The guards shout at you, but you barely make out the word "stop" when a massive, hooded, and gelatinous form emerges from the gate. Oop, gotta grab my
It
pointer,
can't be good.
making all kinds of sounds.
Oh, Cthulhu. Excuse me.
Let's see. I think I can give you a little
you
bit
sneak?
closer. Take a look at that.
Ah!
Ah!
That is creepy. What is this
No.
thing
Where
called?
is eyes?
What is this?
Yeah, what is this called, Ty?
I don't know
What
if
the
you've seen it
crap
before.
is
It's
this?
called a Lorani.
Lorani. Shirani. Oh, sorry.
L. Ronnie Hubbard.
Oh, no.
As we go back to the map, let's go ahead and pick your combat order again, folks. And I will, let's see.
I feel like I would be 1 because I burrowed to do surprise attack on the first one thing I sensed.
Okay.
At least in my head, that makes sense.
You're good.
Sounds good to me.
Like it. So the Starnum that you see are in their ghost form, and it looks like they were hovering over these Ixia as they were working the gate. Okay, so I have Ela at 1. Who's 2? 3, 4?
I'll go 2.
I'll go next.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go 3rd.
I'll go. What was left?
4.
I'll go last.
All right, Ela, as you burrow under, you hear shouts and activity. There's cries of surprise. The Ixia all jump up and jump back as this creature appears out of the gate. It is Ela Zerd's turn.
Okay, so the first creature I see, or like at least sense, is this Starnum, right?
They actually aren't on the ground. They levitate when they move in their natural forms, so it's actually going to be.
Is it the guard?
No, it's let's see. Actually, where's the guard? Where'd it go? There's one there. You're actually right on top of one, I think.
Oh yeah.
Or yes, it would be.
I'm going
Yep.
to I'm gonna chomp on down.
All right, so you're going to rise up and chomp them. So a common thing that Larklers do, as I said, excuse me, you still have your action dice. So they jump up and they will often grab a target at the surface and then just pull them back down.
Yeah,
if you want to do something like that.
I want to chomp it and pull as far down as possible for this thing.
Okay, so in this instance, you've got the choice between making a wrestle or a damaging attack. You could do, you could use both of your actions to do those two things in combination if you wanted to try.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to try to bite it first and see if you can get hold?
Yes.
After? Okay, first attack.
And I did. That was a 4.
Okay, 4. Did you roll 1 or 2 dice?
That was 1.
Okay, 4. Roll damage. 1d4 minus 1. Minimum 1.
That was a 2. So that was
1.
1.
Okay. All right, and then you can roll your wrestle if you wish to try and pull.
That was
down.
also a 4.
And you could roll 2 dice if you wanted to. Did you just want to go with the 1? That's all you'd need.
Yes. Yeah, because I actually just rolled 1 because I thought I was only rolling 1 for that one. Like it was separate.
Okay.
That was in my brain, so that was my bad. But it worked out.
And that one is a Lamplack. So I rolled a 3. I'm going to use a primacy from them to get a 4 to wrestle out of it, but you can bump it to a 5 if you want.
I'm bumping it up.
Okay,
yeah,
do it.
We're bumping it up.
All right, and you can drag them 16 feet back down the tunnel if you want to.
Yes.
All right. Sweet. They are immobilized and you have them in a hole.
Fantastic.
All right. And you still have a die left if you wanted to assist, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, that takes us then to First Foundation.
We haven't rectified the manifestation event yet, have we?
No, we have not, and we have not done a manifestation
Right.
yet.
So guess what? Bam.
You're going to
I'm
manifest.
going to do some manifestation here. I'm going to
since
manifest.
we know that, chat, start rolling.
Yeah, start rolling those d4s. I am going to manifest a piece of a bolt in my crossbow, but I want it to be like a I want it to deal more damage. So I want it to have like multiple prongs as it flies through the air, kind of like opens up, and it's got multiple prongs to hit. And I'm shooting at the governor, so I'm going to move forward to here so I can get a shot at him.
Okay. Got
and
it.
I'm going to take a shot at the governor. So tell me what I
So-
need to roll here, Ty.
So roll at least one die to try and manifest that increased damage on the bolt.
Okay, here we go. I got a 3. I'm going to bump it with primacy. So I'll use
Got
one
it.
primacy to bump that up to a 4.
Okay. And then you can use 1 or 2 dice to fire it.
And then I'll fire the shot. And I got a 4 on the shot.
Boom. Okay. Now, manifesting increased damage, it doesn't boost it super, but it gives it an additional point on a 4 or additional 2 points on the double 4s. You did a 1-4. So you're a +1 on that damage.
Okay.
And you roll your damage on your hit.
Okay. So I rolled a 3 on the die, so 4 total damage.
4 total damage. Okay.
And then it looks like, did we get some D4s from the crowd here? We did. We got we got Flan. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total of 6. And thanks for the raid, Dana Laby. Great to see you.
Welcome.
Welcome in.
Glad you're here. Nice. Yeah, welcome. Okay, so what was that last bit?
What did I say? 6? Yeah.
You
6.
rolled 6. What was the 6?
I got 4 damage, and then we rolled 6 on the manifesting event.
Manifesting it. Thank you very much. Okay, as you enlarge the prongs on this bolt and take a shot, there is a and Ela, your hair is underground, so unfortunately it doesn't get blown back. But you hear the waves, and everybody else, you feel this rush. 6. Okay, let's see what that.
Be interesting.
I'm gonna go to the new table.
Yes. We're on the cutting edge.
New
folks.
table?
Yep.
New table. Yeah, I have a second table. I'm gonna pick off that one. First foundation.
Yeah.
As you're holding your arm up and you fire,
Yeah.
you see your arms turn invisible. Everybody else, first foundation turns invisible.
Cool.
You are invisible until the end of your next round because of a manifesting event.
That might save my ass right there. Thanks, Vamp.
And how many dice did you use on that turn?
I used all 3.
Okay. Are you going to move?
I moved a little bit to take
Okay.
the shot. I think
Mm-hmm.
if I can, I'm gonna go right up to the governor and say, "The jig is up. We know you're
There's
not the
too many-
governor."
Sorry, move yourself back a little bit. There's already someone there.
Oh yeah, I'll just
There's
stay
a
where I
guard
am
right there?
then. I'll
Okay.
just stay, and
yeah.
I'll just shout out.
The jig is up. All right. And this Starnum head whips around to you, but doesn't appear to see you. That's it for first foundation. Okay. All right. The guard. So, Ela, you got hold of one of the guards, and it's struggling in your grasp, and it tries to give you a punch in the snout.
That's fair.
That is 2-2 and not enough, and it cannot use primacy to actually hit you, so it's not effective. It does, however, heal its injury with recovery. The other guard leaps past the Starnum and moves right next to you, First Foundation, but it doesn't move to attack you because it has no idea where you went. So it doesn't target to attack you, but it does swing wildly. Trying. That is a 4-2. I'm going to bump. Oh, I can't because it's it's a Cacoose. I can't bump the melee. So it misses. And it snarls. It looks around to see, and then it looks over and it sees Tosh standing there, but so it moves toward Tosh, but it doesn't get to attack because that is its actions. And then this creature hovers over.
Oh,
And the Ixia and the Starnum have engaged in fighting. The Lorani, 1, 2, oh my. Tosh, you feel a sensation as you see this thing hover around the pillar into your vision. As it does that,
It blesses me with a super cool weapon that lets me destroy everything in one go.
you feel a psychic wave wash over your mind. I need you to make a challenge roll mind, which you don't have
Poop.
mine, so. What'd you get?
Now, question.
Yes.
I gotta re-roll this. I have to re-roll this. I should have a fortune's favor. Can I use that for this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank God.
totally. Yep.
Ah, thank God. I have a 4 now. Whew.
All right. So as you feel your mind start to close down on you, shut down on you, and go into just a la la land, you push back against it. You feel the psychic energy wave try to lock onto your mind, but I rolled a 3 and had to bump it to a 4. So your 4 is all you needed. You repel the effect. Then the creature shifts its attention to one of the, is it an Ixia or a Starnum below? It goes for the Starnum as these tentacles, these 16-foot long tentacles lash out at this Starnum right here. And it misses as the Starnum like leaps back and strikes back at the Lorani for doing that and misses. And then the Lorani attacks one more time, reaching with the same tentacle and misses. Man, terrible, Lorani. One, oop. And that takes us to Ode.
Okay. Yeah, Ode is going to move around the statue and end up hopefully there. Oh my God, what is that? What am I seeing right now? So I'm seeing like this monstrosity attacking Ixie and Starnum.
It's attacking indiscriminately, it seems, but yeah, it's just in the fray. The governor is near it. There's a Starnum between you and the governor, and there's a guard right next to you. There's a hole where Elizard had appeared and dragged down another guard, and then there's Tosh just behind you on your right.
Yeah. I would like to create a wind to blow can I blow a incorporeal creature with?
They're semi-corporeal, so yes, you can try to push with a wind gust.
I would like to push it into that monster.
Okay. All right, so keep it, so the monster's hovering above and it's draping these tentacles down about 16 feet. So if you push it, you'll push it into the general area where the tentacles are thrashing around. Or at least into an Ixia.
I would like to assist to here you go play. Let them fight.
All right, so you're going to do a wind gust and try to push this Starnum 16 feet. And it does get a challenge roll to resist, but go ahead first and see if you succeed.
Double ones.
Oh dear.
So I would like to use my third attack.
Okay, third die.
For another one.
Oh no.
I got triple ones.
Ashley, stop
They're
it.
two different actions though, so they don't count as a manifesting event.
Right.
Good.
Let's see, what else do I got?
Well, let me point out one thing. You rolled a 1. You are subject to a potential reprisal
Okay.
unless you bump it to a 2. Also, once you decide that, if somebody wanted to assist, they could do that if they have a die left, which I'm not sure if anybody does.
I do have a die, but then I'm underground, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so if I if I were to like, if we are doing this narratively, if I basically fling the guy above ground to like help with the wind, and it basically throws the dude against the sternum into the direction.
Well, so you're in like a 3-foot tunnel,
Yeah.
and I don't know how far below ground you actually are. We didn't really clarify that.
No, you know what? No, because I'm 16 feet. Never mind. I forgot that I went all the way down in there. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know how that would. Yeah, I don't know if I can technically do anything.
It doesn't have to be narrative. If you want to spend the resource, you can go for it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you
I
could
thought it had
say
to be
that
narratively.
Maybe you had turned around and you like lashed with your tail or something. I don't know.
Thump the ground or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Some vibration. It's a 3. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a 3 and a 1. That's still a high failure. Do you want to bump it to a 2, or are you going to take your chance?
I'll bump it to a 2. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So no reprisal roll. And that's Ode's turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
I tried.
you did. Okay, so the Ixia and the Starnum they're battling it out. The Starnum are diving in, and sometimes they're popping into an Ixia, and then another Ixia turns and punches the one Ixia, and then another Ixia like blasts the Starnum out, and they're like gravity crushing and turning invisible and popping back in. There's all kinds of popcorn going on with those two. But the governor, 1, 2, 3, 4, runs over by the gate, but looks hesitant to go into the gate. And that takes us back to First Foundation. No, it takes back to Ila.
Real quick,
Okay.
it looks like Tosh. I don't know if you got my message, but you got a primacy recharge from Flan Blackmore,
Yeah.
Yay.
Also, did I get a turn?
and then the governor has 2.
Sorry, I didn't. I skipped Tosh. Tosh, you go first.
Ty,
the governor what?
governor got 2 primacy recharge points from Bleak
Ooh.
season.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff going on. There's this thing attacking me in my face.
Yes.
There's a
Guard.
big pink
Nightmare.
nightmare. Everything's fighting the big pink nightmare?
No, nothing's fighting the big pink nightmare. The Ixia are fighting the Starnum. The guards are fighting you. The big pink thing is kind of picking and choosing different targets, random.
Okay, so we have no allies here. Good. Okay, so
Well, the Ixia are fighting the Starnum.
okay.
Yeah, they could be our allies, the Ixia.
Yeah.
But like they're just in a big brawl, like a mosh pit of fighting, and we're like all standing on the outside, like throwing some stuff.
Right. Cool. I want to blast this guy in the face
With gravity?
with gravity.
Okay, go for it.
I went for it. As a 1 and a 3, I'm going to use a primacy, bring that 3 to a 4.
Boom, roll damage.
Roll damage. Roll 3 points.
Nice. Okay, you stagger him. This Cacoot's got like a fine gray fur, it's short. It's not particularly tall. And you crush and just there. You can tell that it's pretty young. He's pretty young, but he snarls at you. And a little bit of blood trickles out of his ears and his nostril. And that was 1 attack, right?
That was 1 attack. I have 1 more dice left. what I want to do is I want to.
Thought you got another primacy from wandering.
Yeah, I'll never run out.
You're just bursting with primacy.
Bursting with privacy. You know what?
I'm going to bring you in a home campaign, and you can't get all those extras.
You know what? Let's cause pure and total chaos. Let's open a dimension door in the middle of that room. Right there. Right there.
A second gate.
Yeah. Let's see if I can open this.
Give it a try. You get 1 die on this, or did you roll 1 die last time?
I get 1 die in this. It's a 3. I'm going to use a primacy.
Okay.
Pump it up.
And then roll 3d4 and tell me which gate you opened.
Something other than 6. 10!
Okay. 10. Mm-hmm.
Look,
Oh, man.
there's no limits to opening up dimensions. If I
Thinking
could,
of all of like the poor unsuspecting people like in this other world.
I don't live there.
Talk about multiverse of madness.
Someone else can clean it up.
ultimate.
We do not live there. We live in this reality. In this reality, there's no meaning in any hole that Tosh has found, which means there's no meaning in the holes that they're about to go to.
A doorway opens and everyone scampers to get out of its way as this window opens into another realm where it looks like there are scattered, oversized gemstones and bits of formed metal that look like giant toys. There's soap bubbles randomly on the landscape, and it looks just like a strewn
Rave.
landscape of discarded, oversized things. And there's no obvious figures moving around in this particular region at the moment. You get the faint wafting scent of the scent in our world would be bubble bath.
It's a lovely dimension.
It's an interestingly lovely
It's a
dimension.
lovely dimension. That thing's gonna love being in there.
Yeah, O just looks at that and goes, "Is that heaven?"
It's like a lush store, just like toss it in there.
A big, lush universe.
Is that your turn?
Gemstones and toys and
That is
and
my
bubbles.
turn. Man, baths in there are gonna be so bubbly.
All right, Eli, you are back. You're probably gonna have to maintain your form at this point as part of your actions, or else you can give it up.
That makes sense. Okay, I'll try. Okay, I got a 3. I'm gonna bump that.
Okay,
With
so keep your
primacy.
form. All right.
I want to pull them down another 16 feet.
Okay.
And then I want to try to wrap my tail around this person's neck.
It's not really a prehensile tail, but I mean, you got a hold of him.
I don't know what this. It's hard without picturing it. I'm like just imagining a normal lizard.
I don't have an image immediately ready for you, but
Or my little I have sort of claws, or right?
you do have claws, and you also have a hold of it with your mouth.
Yeah.
If you wanted to just bite down, or
Yeah, if I can bite down, I just want to try to make sure that the neck there's no air getting to this person. Like this person is basically not able to escape, and then I can go back to the surface.
oh, okay. You want to
Suffocate him, just push him into the dirt.
Or do you want to try and bury him as a status attack?
Can I do that? Because I actually would prefer just burying them and then just going and trying to go and help friends.
Okay, so instead of pulling them 16 feet further, you just try to cave them in.
Yeah, that works.
Attack. Okay,
that
they
works.
will get it. They will get a challenge roll to try and avoid being buried. But go ahead and roll first of all, and make sure that you get a successful attack.
Okay.
That sounds terrifying.
That was a 3, but we're gonna still use privacy, baby. We're doing the
right.
thing. And that's a 4 now.
All right. Yeah, you bury him and like one hand is sticking out and like squirming, but
Awesome. As
you
long as
leave
it's
him-
delayed, it's fine.
and then you scooch out. That you
Yes.
said? Okay. And then were those both your actions? Or was that one? No, or was that just one action? was only-
Because technically that was movement. Yeah, because I
Oh,
just
but
moved.
you maintained your form as well.
So is that okay? But I do have one more, right? Because of the 3 dice.
No, you only get 2 actions max. You only ever get 2 actions. You can spend 1 or 2 dice on an action, but you don't get actions equivalent to the number of dice.
Okay, but I can pop back out.
You can move, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
As long
movement's free.
as I can do that and I bury that guy, that's fine.
You're good. Okay, got it. Okay, so then that takes us to first foundation.
And Ela, you just got a primacy recharge from Flan Blackmore. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Flan is lighting
So
it
I'm
up.
invisible, right?
Yes, you are. At
Yep,
least
I'm going
till the end of your
to-
turn.
I'm gonna move forward up to the governor.
Okay.
I'm going to use my master tool to manifest a set of manacles.
Okay. They're only mundane, but
Yep, that's
okay.
That's fine. And I'm gonna connect those manacles to the governor.
Okay, so give me the manifestation effort first.
Okay.
Temporary
I
item.
rolled a 4,
You got it. Okay. Schwack. These
and this
manacles
lasts for. Does it last for how long? An hour?
what?
One temporary item.
Because of the tool,
The
right?
master tool, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So one side is. So can I attach it to it? It's attached to him, or do I need to roll
Yeah,
for that?
No, now you'll have to roll for it. So
Okay.
you'll manifest you'll be a wrestle attack to try
Okay.
and slap those on him. And I'm going to give you a decreased difficulty scale because you are invisible.
Okay. Perfect. 3.
All right.
I can push
Yeah,
if I
that'll
need
do it.
to. Okay.
That will do it. Yeah.
So shoot, that's my 2 actions though, isn't it? So
It
I'm
is.
done with my turn. So
Yeah.
I have the manacles attached to myself and the governor.
Oh, is that how you did it? Okay.
Yep.
And then you turn visible again.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna say, Starnum, release the body, or you will be
All right.
destroyed.
The guard. Let's see. We have one guard right here.
Thanks, ma'am.
Who's got eeny, meeny, miny, mo's to choose from. So I'm going to go 1, 2. They attack Ela as Ela appears from the ground. 3, 4, Ode. 5. I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't have a 6. This is a 4-sided game. 1, 2, 3. Tosh.
Yeah, there's one that's buried. That's all I know.
Yeah. Tosh, you get.
Did you say Tosh? Because Tosh is an adorable cherub of a being.
Yes.
It does not deserve whatever you're about
Never
to do.
harm anyone.
Josh has never harmed a single person in
Nope.
their life.
Minding
Actually-
his own business.
Here's what's going to happen. That's a Kakoots. That Kakoots is going to try and shadow walk. So
That's what they do.
this guard fades from your sight right in front of your eyes
Ah,
and moves into shadow. And unbeknownst to you, moves around behind you and then leaps out to attack. Oh, and it lets out a little snarling whimper before it gets to you and gives its position away. You can give me a 2 die for reprisal roll as you suddenly realize it's there and throw back an elbow.
just no.
Okay, so you missed. You're not a combat guy or person,
No. Not.
Okay. Well, but at least it's not hidden anymore.
Wait,
So
baby
wherever
Tosh.
it went, it's back. And then Ela, right behind you,
Uh-huh.
coming up out of the hole is another
no.
Larkler like you. But
Wait,
it,
what?
It has that guard's hair.
Oh no!
as they also have creature morph because
bummer.
they're a land
Yeah,
flat too.
that makes sense. I should have known.
But that's all they can do because I used all their dice for
Okay.
that. First foundation, as you command the Starnum to give up the corpse of the governor, the Lorani shifts and hovers over the two of you, and those tentacles come draping down. And using a primacy, it wraps its tentacles around the governor's body, the corpse, and clutches it into the air. And as it does, Starnum pulls away from the corpse and from you and starts to exit the governor's body. And as it does, a second tentacle from this Lorani grabs it as it exits the body, and the corpse collapses at your feet with the manacles pulling at your arm. There is a telepathic shriek that emanates through, let's see, not everyone can hear it because it's you're not close enough, but First Foundation, you definitely hear. And the Lorani drifts back through the gate with the Starnum and disappears from sight. The other, the Ixia and the other Starnum in their battle, one Starnum is down. These two Starnum have moved to form something of a front, but when they see that happening, they dart for the gate, pursuing their leader, leaving just this guard in the chamber who throws down their weapon in surrender. Oh, that's right, two guards who throw down their, well, actually, this one's still a lizard.
The lizard
But-
guard.
Yeah, rolls over on its back and puts its legs up in the air in surrender as the Ixia here close this gate, avoiding this one that's still open, Tosh, and putting an end to the fight.
Whoa.
What just happened?
What was that creature? I say to the Ixia.
That one is called Lorani, and it's a very dangerous, somewhat mindless life form. We see them all the time. It's unfortunate that it came through when it did. Oh,
This gate,
and this,
where did it lead? And what is the fate of the Starnum that entered it?
the Ixia gather around and they say, "We've been down here for weeks, forced against our will to keep the gate open and rotating, trying to find some avenue for the Starnum to find their way, to find the answers that they sought. It was against our will. The locations changed, and some of us died in the process of doing this. We are exhausted. I don't know where it went to, nor do I know the fate of the Starnum that passed through. But their kind are familiar with those travels. Perhaps they'll survive, and perhaps not. But your intervention and the timing of that intrusion by the Lorani has at least given us hope that we can return to our family, to our communes, and restore our lives the way they were before we were taken away. Thank you."
Of course, you are free.
They turn and they move and they see Tosh, and they move forward and they say, "Oh, did they capture you as well? Perhaps you should return with us to the commune."
And Tosh will run over to Ella. He goes, "My commune's here."
Oh, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Yeah, lizard.
There's some confusion among them, and they say, no. It's not as if you've been removed from home. Where can we return you to? We can travel together, but until we can get you home and back into the void of the truth.
I don't know what the truth is yet.
They all look at each other as it slowly dawns on them that, and then they tense up.
Oh, that's right. I don't have my goddamn mask on.
Heretic, they say. You are heretic. We will report you soon as possible. And they pull away. Bind thy eyes. Bind thy eyes until you see the truth.
Seal thy lips.
Ela
We
will
have saved
use
you.
her body to basically have her mouth basically to make sure that they don't come near Tosh in the
Did you
slightest.
kill these guys?
She's still in her form. Yeah, so
They
she's just
stumble back.
Yeah. And then Ode will come forward and say, yeah, he said he's with us. We don't want any. You guys get lost.
And they stumble down the hallway, looking back. Maybe one points one more time at Tosh, and then
a hiss comes out of Ela.
and they leave on their own accord.
That was such a good moment. Tosh just kind of looks at his newfound family and goes, thank you.
And with the evidence in hand, the records, and Nimstra Sala in control above ground as you wait for Goodla to return, you yourselves return to the surface, having been able to essentially banish both of the Starnum leaders with the help of an odd creature that happened to show up as well. And by the time you get back, in the time that has elapsed, Nimstra Sala has restored some sense of control. The guards that remained neutral or loyal to the governor remain. The cells are full of those poisoned Swehens and guards who were not loyal to the town, those that didn't escape. Nimstra Sala informs you that Cregan got away, that Barrow was repentant, that Vol Lengoplak, the nurse, has not been seen. And half a day later, scouts report that Goodla and a couple of the other reclaimers are on their way back on Andals. Not the bulk of them, but a couple of them seem to have made short work of their trip and are returning to Akshalo. And within an hour or so from there, Goodla returns, ready to take the governorship and control of the town as ships are moving down the river with reinforcements to restore control and the proper governance in Akshalo. And you are hailed heroes in this story. And we'll end there because we've run over time. But thank you so much for going on this adventure with me, this 8-session adventure.
Yes.
And the grand finale tonight, which I've been privileged to be part of. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ty. That was great.
Tosh has so many secrets to tell for pies.
A lot of recipes.
So many recipes.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I was a mama lizard. That was great.
That was really cool.
Delightful.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so happy that story beat happened at the end there. I was trying to tell off my goddamn mask. Let's go.
Like that wasn't gonna come back to bite you in the butt somehow. I mean,
You did so well till the very end.
That was great. Thank you so much, you guys. That was
That was
really
awesome.
fun.
Yay.
And thanks to the chat for getting
Thank
involved
you.
and
Oh my God.
helping us
Oh my
out.
gosh, what a great chat.
We have an awesome chat. Our chat buddies are the best, and we really love you guys. So thank you so much for getting involved and helping us make it through this adventure. Ty threw L. Ron Hubbard at us, and we still survived. So there we go. For those of you that are still hanging out, don't forget that we are giving away a digital copy of the Nuovarden core rulebook in order to enter to win ! Drawing. That's all you have to do. Ashley will show you how it's done. Maybe. I don't know. Someone will show you how it's done. Vamp will show you how it's done. ! Drawing to get in on the action. It's really easy, and we're going to give that away in just a minute.
Before we do that, if the players would like to tell us if you would like to, where to find you and what you're up to. And let's start with Utahime. Brianna, if you'd like to take us out, and I'll go down the line backwards.
Hello, everyone. I'm Utahime. It has been an absolute joy and pleasure to work with everyone here, and also to make new friends. That's always the best part about rolling dice, is that you get a chance to make new friends. So it's been really awesome. So thank you so much for having us, Guild Superior, and thank you so much, Ty, for an amazing story. And also, Dave, Ashley, and Lamar, it's been amazing to play with you guys, and to be a Mama Lizard at the end. Yay! If you're interested in all the TTRPG shenanigans I'm usually up to, which there's a lot, please be sure to follow me at UTAHIME, Utahime Cosplay, pretty much everywhere except on Twitter, where you can find me at Brianna DeCoster. I also, too, was on Ty's podcast recently, so if you want to kind of check that out and support his podcast, please do. It's an awesome podcast, and I was really honored to be a part of it. Other than that, this Friday is the return of Adventure over on the DAT Network with my pal Lamar. We have also, too, a special guest that's going to be on this Friday with us, so it's going to be lots of fun. And apparently, my character, because she got up to certain saucy shenanigans, there might be a hybrid baby that comes from that. So, and apparently Pathfinder actually figured out the logistics for it. So yeah, figure out how kobolds and kitsunes have kids. That's gonna be the next episode. There's also two artwork now for it, which is hilarious. But yeah, other than that, again, you can just follow me on the socials to see what I'm up to. But otherwise, be sure to support everyone here. So
thanks so much. And you've got so much going on, so it's great to follow that. I do. Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And you know what? You can find me on the Guild Superior Discord, on the Guild Superior Facebook page, or you can find us on Tuesdays for Guild Superior's Heroes of Greyhawk. So come by and check us out, where I also play a problematic character.
I have fun with that one too. That's a great
problematic
show. Lamar.
Top of the morning to you, lots is both and neither. My name is Lamar, the con guy. And that's because I do a lot of conventions. You can find me somewhere else on Wednesdays pretty soon. I forgot. On Friday, I'll be joining the lovely.
Oh my gosh! The back of the return of leverage. Oh my gosh!
Open Circuit next week, I believe, on Wednesday, which I totally remembered. On Friday, I'll be over on the DAT Network playing some Adventure, where I get to play another character that is in a Baby Bjorn a lot, and definitely not weird or creepy in any way, shape, or form. Beyond that, I have too many conventions coming up. If you're in Las Vegas, I'll be at Level Up Expo doing various comedy and karaoke panels, barring anything important happening. I also will be at WonderCon. I will be at Anime Las Vegas. I will be at Fanime. I will be at probably SoccerCon.
SoccerCon?
SoccerCon up in Washington.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Other than that, The Last of Us makes me cry.
Okay.
Thank you. I am DungeonMisterTy on the socials, but you can find everything at adventureslang.com. Please see us there. We've got the podcast. We've got past VODs. We've got our schedule. We've got the beta rules for this game and the form fillable character sheet if you'd like to play on your own. And we will be at DungeonCon in 9 days for the whole weekend. So you can also see us there. It's our first con this year and more to come. So, and then March and April have stuff but you're going to have to follow the schedule for the announcements because it's just not time yet. So keep following that as well. If you would like to see more of this stuff, much of what I'm doing in March and April is Nuovarden and a little bit of other stuff as well. So a million zillion thanks to everyone for being here. Dave, I'll let you take it over from there, talk about what you're doing and the drawing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ty, for bringing Nuovarden to Guild Superior. We've been talking about it for a long time, and finally we were able to do it, and we got this great cast, Udahime, Lamar, and Ashley. Thank you guys so much for playing. It has been awesome. Continuing to play with you, Ashley, and getting to know these two beautiful people. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Dave. I play games, produce games, and run games here on Guild Superior with my friends. And you're looking at a couple of some of my besties here. So thank you. This has been a great experience. A couple of quick announcements. We are going to have more Nuovarden on Guild Superior coming up.
Yes.
On Monday
That's
Night
some of the
Mayhem. Yep. And that's coming up in March.
Yep. Correct.
So Ty will be running some more Nuovarden. We've also got on March 1st, which just going to say it kicks off my birthday month. We're going to be having a special Morkborg game that Ty is going to run on Wednesday, March 1st. We haven't really talked about that publicly, but that's happening. We've got an awesome cast lined up for that, which we'll just leave it at that for now, but we'll come back and tell you more about that. And then this week, I want to just make sure that people are aware that we have a finale tomorrow night for our Shade Song, our first Shade Song arc of the year. So come by and see Bleak Season and a bunch of great people playing that game. And then on Sunday, we've got our Vaesen finale. And then, as Ashley said, we have, we've got more Ystera Monday Night Mayhem. And then we've just got a lot going on. And then we're back with the Heroes of Greyhawk, and there's just so much happening. So thank you all for hanging out and watching. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway. We're also going to raid into our friend Phoenixy Wacky. So hang on, stick with us. We're going to give them some love. But if this is your last chance here to get in on the giveaway for the Nuovarden core rulebook, digital copy of that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Surveillance 15 has won the giveaway. Surveillance 15, congratulations. We appreciate you guys for being here and getting involved in the game. I'm going to go ahead and kick off the Phoenix. There we go, buddy. Where are you? There you go. All right, we're going to go raid Phoenix. You guys, thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thank you.